Hello, sir. I am doing good. How are you? Oh, it's good to hear. How's everyone in the chat? We've got lots of people on already. Hey, everyone. Yeah. That is a good question. I think we should just get into it and let's see how it unfolds, because there are just so many options. So many things I can give you a hard time about. Yeah. Hang on. We've got comments in the chat saying that we can't hear you. I think maybe just I'm coming through, which is really weird and awkward. No, everyone's saying they can't hear you.
How about now? We got audio? Yeah, chat.
Well, I can hear you just fine, but
Sure. Yeah, you can hear me through the Discord chat.
Yeah.
Live chat. Can you guys hear me now? I think I have fixed the error. I have corrected the error of my ways.
Oh dear. We just can't get off to a good start.
I know, right? There's that
Oh,
beautiful
wait.
bastard. Okay.
Do I own the stream? Wait, put it back the way it
yeah.
was. I own the stream. Damn it. You guys, why did you tell him? We could have had a Rex-free evening. He could just play, and I can just pretend like everything's fine. And you didn't have to listen to his voice. You could just listen to me.
Man, you sabotaged my shit, didn't you? You really are trying to hijack my streams. Young lady,
Kinda did.
You wait till I get my hands on you, ma'am. All right, so I'm going to redo my intro that I had totally already done. Are we ready? Let's do the intro now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Hello, YouTube. How we doing today? So, what's up, everybody? Hello and welcome to the Feedback Loop live stream. Joining me for this live stream series is the lovely and talented Britpop bad girl from the best podcast around, Claire Weaver with the Days Gone podcast. Hello, Claire. How are you this evening?
Well, as I already said, I was doing good, but now I'm just like...
Now that you got to hear my dumb, yeah. Now that you got to hear my dumb ass, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So
we're going to say hi to everyone again.
We'll have to say hello to everyone.
You said
again.
hi,
yeah,
and then you fucked up.
I did.
Oh, good.
Okay.
You go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to say hello to everybody again. Days Gone podcast. Hello and welcome to the chat. Joe Schmo, Jeremy McGee, Ryan Alsop, Hunter, Chrissy. Who else we got? Is that everybody? Everybody that's in there for now? All right. Hey, everybody. What's going on? So for this evening, Claire demanded that I make her a moderator as well.
I did not demand that.
I'm kidding. If you would, Claire, go ahead and put something in the chat, and let's make sure you've got that little wrench by your name there.
Yes.
There you are. Cool. Outstanding. All right. All right, Chrissy, you got some backup tonight, girl. And ladies, let me tell you, don't y'all be teaming up on my ass, all right? I know you're going to, but just be gentle, okay?
We'll try.
Yeah, right.
No guarantees.
Right. Okay, so
I believe you were asking me what I'm going to give you a hard time about.
I did ask that question, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, and I responded that we'll see how it goes. Probably a bit of everything.
Fair enough. Okay, so I think we're actually ready to kick it off now. So here's what we're going to do. We just delivered Lisa to Tucker's camp, and let's take a look at the map and see what our options are. Again, as always, chat, I'm open to suggestions. Claire, I'm open to suggestions, or about as open as I get to suggestions. I'll at least entertain your suggestions. But we do have a lot of stuff we can do. Shit, what the fuck is this one? Okay, we can go to Copeland and do the it's a rifle, not a gun, which there's actually a funny story behind the name of that mission. If y'all don't know, it's a military thing. It's
Go ahead, tell us the story.
Yeah, there is a story behind the title of that mission. It's a rifle, not a gun. And chat, if I get this wrong, correct me, but I believe it goes, there's a saying like, this is my rifle, this is my gun, one is for killing, one is for fun. And and so when Deacon...
I don't get it. Can you explain?
See me after class. So when Deacon goes to do this mission, and, you know, Copeland is former Marine Corps, and I believe it's actually a Marine Corps saying, specifically U.S. Marine Corps, and Deacon was U.S. Army. And there's a bit of a rivalry there between the two, but Copeland tells him, you know, oh, it's a rifle, not a gun. And Deacon is like, man, don't give me that Marine Corps bullshit. And that's what he's referring to, is that saying, this is my rifle, this is my gun. One is for killing, one is for fun. Yeah, so anyway, that's where the name of that mission comes from. Totally fucking perverted, but funny as hell. Okay, so we do have that. We have that story mission we can do. We have already put a couple of ambush camps on the map. We have this one optional side mission to go to Sarah's memorial stone. We have a camp job available, and then we have like the whole map to clear here. We still have hordes. We still have infestation zones. We got all kinds of shit we can do. So Claire, open to suggestions, and I'm going to take a look at the chat here and see what folks are saying in the chat. We have Soul the Walking Dead with us. We have Gux Game Zone. Hello, hello. Pain, what's up, brother? What's going on? Okay, so let's see. Feeling better question is, what won't she give you a hard time about? That's fair. One is for fighting, one is for fun. Okay, yeah, it's from Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
I knew it sounded familiar. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Yeah, Payne says, what's up, Bear Trap Tribe? Sarah's mission due to Claire's perspective on it. Ah, that's a very good suggestion, Jeremy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, should we start with that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Claire's mission?
I'm down. Okay. Let's see. Let me check what time it is. It's 5:48 p.m. Should I go camp and make it first light?
No.
I knew you were going to say that. What I am going to do, though, let me make sure...
do you want to put your headlamp on? Because I know you're a little bit scared of the dark.
I'm terrified of the dark.
Your bike could use some work.
Please hold me.
Come back soon.
Don't worry, I'll hold your hand.
Okay.
Good to see you, Deke.
You'll be fine.
Okay. All right. We're going to make a save game briefly. Again, I do need to be careful not to mess up and overwrite my actual save for my personal playthrough. Okay, we have an official...
You need to
I'm sorry?
turn in any bounties or anything like that?
Not at this time, no.
Okay.
Let me get the gate.
In fact, I guess if I do that, it will just be to clear my inventory, because we don't need, we don't need to increase trust or make money with the camps or anything.
Being on New Game Plus.
Exactly.
Yep. I always just turn them in just because I hate it when I kill a horde and then I realize, oh, I haven't actually turned them in a while and I can't pick up all the ears.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you have like, is it 999 or something that
yes,
you can hold?
999. That's correct.
Yeah. It's such a cruel thing to do, to kill them while they're throwing up.
I know, right? Isn't it fun? Oh, that was a nice blood spray. That was kick-ass.
Like I said, Jack used to say a lot of stupid shit.
Oh, there's the other one. Wolf packs usually come in threes. Asshole.
There we go. All right, let's go see what the hell Nero is up to.
Let's go ahead and get some meat.
Some questions for you.
Deacon ain't no vegetarian.
I don't think you could afford to be.
I know, right?
Not in this world.
How could you survive? Like, literally.
I mean, none of the camps are growing vegetables. They're just basically shoving dirt around. I guess the Lost Lake farm does have a few ears of corn, I think it is. I mean,
is it
sweet corn is... I think it's corn. Sweet corn is great. I love a good corn on the cob. And fucking tastic.
Do you now?
But I don't think I could survive on that alone.
Yeah, right. It's kind of
You gotta get some... Yeah, and you gotta get some meat. Some actual real meat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, there's like crafting materials back there that I need.
I love how easy it is to get all the crafting materials from this little spot.
Oh, yeah, I actually really do like this little spot. This is a great early game spot to collect crafting materials. You get a gunpowder, poison, some sterilizer, which actually I could probably go ahead and top off my health a little bit. So go ahead.
I was going to say, Jeremy in the chat is saying, did you just smoke bomb that wolf?
I sure as fuck did. Yeah. So you may have noticed that when you pop that smoke bomb on the wolves, the smoke bomb will actually make them vomit. They will literally hunch over and start to vomit, and they're completely vulnerable during that time. So you have like a short window of opportunity there where you can pretty much have your way with them, and there's nothing they can do about it. And if you time it right, you can often get the entire wolf pack, 2 to 3 wolves, with one smoke bomb, because it will sit there and continue to burn for several seconds.
It also works on cougars as well, right?
It does. Cougars and the runners as well. Once you start to encounter runners, it'll work on them too.
What do smoke bombs do to bears? I don't think I've ever tried it.
I believe they will briefly stun them, and that's about it. It will give you a few seconds of stun time, and that is about it. I haven't tested it recently, but when I did try it, that's the effect I recall it having.
Marauders killing freaks, huh? Doing something right for a change.
Well, let's get down here and help them kill each other real quick.
Okay.
All right. That's easy enough. Okay, so I was saying earlier, one of the pro tips that I was going to show, but before Jeremy asked about the smoke bombs, go ahead and craft everything that you can. Like if you're full up on something, go ahead and craft whatever you can with it so that you can pick up more of it. Like a minute ago when I went ahead and used a bandage so that I could craft another bandage. That's one of those things that you should just always craft everything that you can so that you can pick up more of the materials later.
Right. It's weird that Deacon can hold like 6 Molotovs and 6 bottles and 6 kerosene, but can't hold 12 Molotovs.
Right?
Like, dude, it would take up less space in your little... I mean, how is he fitting that much stuff in that little man purse? I don't know, that man bag that he has.
His man purse.
So we have Catherine Jones in the chat. Hey.
Hey, what's up, girl? Hello.
And then we got a lot of callbacks to last week. I'm going to try and be a little cleaner this week.
Why? Where's the fun in that?
I say try because I know I will fail.
So Ryan has a statement there that I'm just going to have to address this, sir. I need to let you know that's inappropriate. Rex having his way with a dog. You know, man, you could build 1,000 bridges, but if you fuck one dog, they don't call you the bridge builder anymore, do they? Sorry, I had to.
And we lasted all of about 3 seconds.
It's my fault, though. You can blame that on me and Ryan. You're still doing okay.
Asking me what good's it do.
What am I going to do with you guys? Honestly.
You got hurt
A sound beating would probably be a great idea.
some rippers.
I'll write that down.
Okay. All right, so let's see what he's saying to Sarah here.
What the hell do you call them? The mobile medical units? I mean, I got them sterile bandages. And I hope it's enough, But Boozer, he says he's fine, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
See, the thing is, it was on me. I risked his life for a bike part. Goddamn bike part. Not that it mattered. Son of a bitch Copeland parted it out anyway. Took me a year to put that bike together. You would have liked it.
So that part's really interesting to me. This is the moment where he starts to realize my recklessness was putting Boozer in danger, and it turned out it was for nothing anyway, because the bike part that I put Boozer at risk to get was fucking stolen. You know, the bike was stolen and parted out anyway. So then I wound up not even needing that part. And I
you can also go one step further and say it wasn't even really about the bike part. It was almost like he was trying to prove a point. Like
he wanted to kill something. He wanted to
Yeah.
kill something. That's all it was. And I think it's interesting that is the confession that he's making to Sarah in this scene, is that, you know, it was my fault, my recklessness. Exactly.
Yep.
So I've always liked that one little optional mission there tells you so much about what's really going on with Deacon right now and what's really on his mind at that time. That he really feels bad about it.
It's also interesting that he goes and says that to Sarah. He doesn't say it to
Boozer. Absolutely. Because why? Because guys don't talk about shit like that.
But this tells us that they need to. He needs to. He needs to get it off his chest. He needs to talk to someone about it. He needs to process it. And he has to do it to a rock.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting perspective.
Good.
All right, so what are we going to do next? We went and talked to the pet rock, and we can go pretty much anywhere from here. We still have ambush camps, infestation zones, hordes, Nero checkpoints. We have a camp job available, and we have a main story mission available. And folks, I am down for whatever.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. We are the puppet masters of SpawnicusRex. He will do what we tell him to do.
Yeah, put your hand way
This
up in
is
that
our
puppet.
power.
All right. What? You made the puppet joke? All right. So actually, it looks like we have an additional main story mission now. We have the making contact, which is the first time we go meet O'Brien. Yeah, that's a fun one, folks. So that's at the top of my list. But again, we're open to suggestions. We can go hang out with Copeland, learn how to use a rifle like we don't already know, and we have a ton of map activities we can do here in Belknap. I'm down with whatever.
I never understood the lateness of that mission with Copeland. I mean, I guess we have done like a lot of tutorial stuff so far, so it's like, where else are you going to stick it? But
yeah,
I was like, at this point, I fucking
know how to use a scoped rifle, dog. Yeah.
Right.
I think one thing might be if you are just following the story, you're not likely to have a scoped rifle yet at this point, because the first scoped rifle that you can purchase is level 2 at Tucker's camp. And that's that crappy little, I think it's the M40 or something. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see any suggestions. So I guess
Well, we have a suggestion for Horde.
Okay.
I think we go find a Horde.
Oh, yeah. Jeremy says take a Horde. Okay. So I do have several available. We did this one, which I believe is the Twin Craters Horde down here. We did that last week. The Shadow Lake Horde should be available up here. We did the Pat Gin's Lake as well, didn't we? Yeah, I think we stumbled into the Pat Gin's Lake.
That was the one that you climbed up on, or you tested that theory about the safe spot.
Okay, so we have taken this one and this one. That leaves the Lava Arch Horde, which is somewhere in this area. I could find it pretty easily once that's right.
That's my favorite one.
Is it? You want to go do that one?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's go bust in there and ruin their day.
Just want to address a couple things in the chat. So hi Miranda Satin, who just joined.
Oh, hey girl.
Hi Slayer. Hi Green Designs.
Oh, hey, what's up, brother?
Then Catherine was asking a question if I have considered interviewing the actor who plays Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I would love to speak to anyone
Literally
who played
everyone,
anyone involved in the game.
Yeah.
But no, she would be great to get on. Definitely.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. And let's see, who else did you say was with us? We got Green Designs. Hello, my brother. How are you, sir? And Miranda, and who's this? I'm sorry, dude. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Mihai Cornean. Hello. Hello and welcome. I'm sorry for fucking up your name.
I think that's one of the hardest things about the chat is like, you know, everyone has, sometimes people have like just really random names or like international names or something. It's like, oh god, how do you say that?
Yeah, right. But that's part of it. I mean, I really do love that it's a global audience.
Definitely. Mr. Digger just joined.
Hey, what's up, buddy? All right, here we go. Oh yeah, this is the one that I watched you play recently. That isn't this the one I clocked you at like 15 minutes and 32 seconds?
No, but I think I did do this on a stream.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I don't think you timed me on it. You always say that.
No,
You're just teasing
I'm just
me.
teasing. Take your time. Make it last. It's all good.
So what is the hardest horde available to us right now?
At this point, none of them. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I do literally mean none of them are challenging at this point in the game. We could literally just bust in and ruin the day of any horde that's currently available to us. There are only a few that are available at this point. The two that I mentioned, that's Shadow Lake and what the hell is this one? Lava Arch, I think?
Lava Arch. Lava Arch Cave.
Yeah, so there's those two. And over here, I believe there is only one more, which is the Proxy Falls horde down here. And we tried to find these guys.
That's the one we couldn't find.
Exactly, yeah. We tried to find them, but we never did stumble across them.
Maybe when we go do the Copeland mission in a minute, we can go back and see if we can find those guys again.
Okay. So I'm going to make a save game real quick before we track down this horde. It is funny. I have to admit, I don't know their spawn locations at night. Like, I can generally find them pretty easily, but I don't know exactly where they're going to be. He just pulled out a weapon automatically, so we may actually be close to them. That was not me equipping that weapon. He did it automatically. Hey, how do you want me to do these rocks? Can I shoot them?
Sure.
Please let me shoot them. I'm not really going to shoot them. There you go. I don't hear...
I knew I'd get you to change your play style.
Oh,
even something subtle, like just, kicking over the rocks instead of ignoring them.
Anything for you, dear. Okay, so let's see. Where the hell does this horde spawn at night? All right.
Are you asking me, or are you just...
I mean, if you know, sure.
being rhetorical?
I mean, I know that...
I don't know.
Okay, because I was going to say, I know that you really do know this game very well. So I think... Actually...
Oh, is this the one they do wander across into the fogged area? They go over the hills. Is that this one?
It could be. It looks like we have a mass grave feeding site here. I don't know if it's for this horde, but we do have one. And then there's a water source down this way. No, that's for the one that's...
The one that's
up
the
here,
yeah.
What is that? The Marion Forks horde. Okay, so let's try to head down here to the lake and see what we can find. We're just going to take off on foot and see what we can find.
Now, I did want to point out, you said earlier that none of them are difficult. We're playing New Game Plus, so you have a lot of really good weapons.
Yeah,
so that's why they're all kind of air quotes easy.
Yeah, this is Survival 2 difficulty, but... Oh, god dang it. Y'all see that shit? He threw a fucking attractor. I was just trying to throw a rock, and he wasted one of my attractors.
Definitely did have the rock
There goes
selected.
another one. Okay, I'm loading that last save game. Yeah, fuck that. I don't have to take that kind of abuse. And that is why we make frequent saves, folks. Okay, so... Since we load... Oh, here, let me bust the rocks for you again. There we go. Since we did load the save game, that may have put the horde in a different spot. They're not in the cave. Never hurts to check. And now we'll go try to track down the horde again. So your tip, you gave a really good tip. I think it was in our first stream where you said to select the item and hold the stick, then release the wheel. And look, he did actually select the correct item. So
So if you release both the stick and the button at the same time, it sometimes I feel like sometimes the directional sort of instruction that you're giving gets kind of lost a little bit, and it might select the thing next to it by accident. So I always hold the direction, let go of L1, and then let go of the directional stick.
Very good. Yeah, I will definitely make an effort to try that. So we're going to select the rock. This is the skill called Rock On. You simply hit them with a rock, and then it will make them vulnerable to a stealth takedown, even if they are already aware of you. So that is one of the best skills in the game for... That's one of the best skills in the game for conserving resources, because the rocks are infinite, and the boot knife does not take damage.
Mm-hmm. It's just free kills.
Absolutely. I'm hearing something off to my right. I think it was just random freaks, though. I don't see anybody. There they are. We have a horde right there. Right there on the edge of the lake. All right, so let's take advantage. Yes, ma'am. Let's take advantage of the terrain. What we're going to do is we're going to come up here to a nice high point, and then we're going to examine the terrain around us and see what our options are. I like to use photo mode as a tactical camera. This allows you to, even in the middle of a horde fight, you can pause the action and plan your next step. It's just like a game of chess where you want to stay at least 2 steps ahead. I can actually study the entire map around me and see what options I have. I have another ledge down here right in front of us. I only see a handful of bushes that we could use. There may be one over there. So now let's see. Yeah, there are some bushes there, right there. What else do we have? We have a rather large patch of bush right there. Somebody needs to trim the hedges around here, man. What else have we got? That looks like those are going to be the best ones, I think. So what I want to do is try to get over here to this side of the lake and see if we can take advantage of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like this. The size of this lake is pretty small, so you can kind of like loop around it if you need to.
Sure.
So you can pick which angle you're attacking from. We have the Grim Reaper in the chat. It says, I finished the game 4 times on all difficulties. It is a great game.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, another option would be to start from up here using attractors like this. I can get an attractor bomb right in the middle of them. And with the elevation here, I can force them to come to me where they are struggling uphill while they're under heavy fire the entire time. That is one option. Or we can come around and we can use these bushes to our advantage. Either way, I think I'm going to do the death from above method. How does that sound? You want to start it right up here?
Sure.
We'll start with...
I tend to do this kind of attack, and I always am disappointed in myself for how it turns out. Yeah. Yeah, I think I prefer being in the bushes and finding like a hidden spot. I love doing it stealthy.
Sure.
And whenever I'm like up high, I feel like I can't get got. And then they start climbing up and I'm like, oh, wait, yeah, no, I wasn't safe up here.
So,
I don't know, maybe it's some layover from like other games I played where
sure.
I use that tactic and I'm like, no, wait, Days Gone is different. Remind myself.
Days Gone is different, isn't it? So on that same note, let me point out something else here. We also have this smaller ledge right here. So what I'm going to do, since I'm going to force them to come to me, I'm going to use this ledge. They're going to have to climb this ledge to get to me. While they are climbing the ledge, that's when we're going to open fire.
How many are left at this point? Not many.
Yeah,
right?
It's not many at all. And you can see that I can literally just use this ledge to basically lay down suppressing fire where they cannot get to me without coming under heavy fire the whole time.
What's that guy in the background doing? Just jumping around.
Yeah, right. I think he's on drugs.
There we go.
Drugs are bad, kids. So, nice little pile of corpses. Nothing to it, man. Nothing to it. That's how it's done. Use your tools. Use the terrain. There's nothing to it. All right. Were you going to say something? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, hell yeah, that's... I'm looking forward to doing my next fresh start, new game.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm currently playing Survival 2 New Game Plus, and I actually wish that I'd just done clean new game. Because I've only played the game as a new game once, and every game I've done since then
was New Game Plus,
been New Game Plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do want to, like, just do a fresh start where I don't have any of the guns. I've actually got to pay attention this time to what I'm doing with the skills tree and make decisions. Because the first time you play it, you just don't know what you're going to need or how the game is going to like treat you and how good you're going to be at the various different strategies that you could employ. Like, that's, you know, kind of what the first game is for, is to learn all of that.
Sure.
So I feel like since then I've learned so much, and now I can use my kind of context that I have for everything and actually make some actual decisions. Like we were talking about last week with, you know, you get the Nero injectors, and it's like, I assumed, you do health first. But actually that's probably the thing you should do last. Stamina and focus are kind of the more important ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Even if you're doing like a melee heavy play style, you still you don't have to get health right off the bat.
We have Quasimodo in the chat.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
He asked, what did I miss? Well, you missed me literally being in charge of the stream for a good couple minutes.
She sabotaged me, man. Sabotaged my audio. That was totally my fault. Okay, so we took out that horde. We do have one other horde. That's the Shadow Lake horde. And then, of course, we have a couple of main story missions over here. One to go meet O'Brien, which is a personal favorite of ours. Claire and I both. We have this one to go meet Copeland or hang out with Copeland for a minute. And then we've got tons of map activities over here in the Belknap region. So, yeah, whatever we can do, man. Let's go meet O'Brien. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hear my kiddo screaming in the background.
I heard him a second ago, but I don't hear him right now. Little wild man.
Yep. Oh, he was watching me play earlier. So I got to tell everyone, anyone who's not on the Days Gone subreddit, you all should get over there because it's a great time. I love that sub. It's my favorite little corner of the internet. But there's someone that has started a new game that they're playing on the sub. So I want to give a shout out to X21Sean123, long username, but he invented a game called Hide and Deek, which is basically you post a screenshot of Deacon in some obscure location from the game, and everyone else has to guess where it is, or post a photo of themselves standing there. You know, it's just really fun. It's been going for a few days now. I forget where I was going with this, but it's awesome. And the more people want to come and play it, the better, because it's so fun. Like a little treasure hunt.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, holy shit, why didn't I think of that? And we have been having fun with the hide and deek?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all made a couple of posts on it. A couple of really good ones. One more asshole? I know we've got another asshole. I can hear you. So really, I'm just stopping by the hidden loot locations here on the way to the next main story mission. And we just happened to bump into a survivor, so... And it looks like he's going to glitch out and walk around like a big weirdo.
And what do we do to survivors that glitch out?
Pop them in the fucking head.
Where is he going? I've never seen them walk around.
Yeah, that's weird. It looks like he's going to behave for us now.
Okay.
What camp? It's camp? Where? Show me. I'll go.
Let's send him to Tucker's camp. Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, that's what I always do. Yeah, just get them. I mean, once you've unlocked everything, it's like the only thing stopping you is your own conscience, I guess.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's a video game, so
we can
no
suspend
one's
disbelief.
really getting sold to a slave camp.
Yeah. So, the pro tip here, though, when you're trying to decide which camp to send these survivors to, the easiest way to make that decision is simply to send them to whatever camp you're trying to get trust with. Don't be concerned with the credits so much, but look at what the trust reward will be and send them to whichever camp is going to reward the most trust. or just whichever camp you're trying to build trust with. That's how I generally make that decision when I'm actually worried about making a decision on it. It's always based off of the trust values.
Mm.
Okay, and we've got some healing items in here. I don't need to heal up, do I? No, looks like we're good. Okay. All right. There are a lot more crafting supplies here. I think I'll go ahead and grab some crafting materials. We may actually need to craft some stuff now that I think about it. I'm good on pipe bombs, good on all those Molotovs. How am I doing on cans? I have one singular can. Maybe another attractor bomb. And then what else can we make? I'm good on remote bombs, and I can't make anything else until I get more cans. Okay.
I think I've asked you this before, but do you prioritize any of the specific craftables?
I really don't put a priority on any one item, except for, which this is where I fucked up last time when you asked me that question last time. The only one that I do prioritize is smoke bombs. The smoke bombs are such a powerful item that I do always try to make sure that I have at least a couple of smoke bombs. So yeah, other than that, I just make whatever I have enough supplies for, or I'll make, like, if there is a crafting item laying there of like, oh, okay, I can make one of those now, you know, and that's about it. But I do prioritize the smoke bombs just because they are such a powerful item. They allow you to make wolves, runners, and mountain lions vulnerable where they are actually throwing up. Also, if you have the executioner skill under the melee tree, smoke bombs will allow you to do an instant stealth kill on the more elite freakers like breakers and reachers. You can do an instant stealth kill on them, even if they are aware of you. It will stop them dead in their tracks, and you can just run right up on them and do an instant stealth kill.
Awesome. It's always fun.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so now we can head toward that main story mission. We're done collecting resources.
Hey, we have Dark Horse in the chat.
Hey, Dark Horse. Yeah, what's going on, buddy? Glad you could join us, man. Hadn't seen you in a while.
I don't know if my kiddo is coming through, but I can hear him.
No, I don't hear
yellow
him at
in the
all.
background.
I don't hear him at all.
Oh, he was so... You remember the other week I was talking about how he was learning a bunch of words, and that he's learned how to say boozer and deacon and
Yes.
O'Brien he says really well now.
Yeah.
I was so proud of him just the other day. He always grabs my car keys whenever we get in the car. He grabs them and I just like toss them down for a second, and he always picks them up. And I have a little... one of those Funko Pop figurines, but like the keychain ones of Nathan Drake. And he grabbed it, and he went to like put it in his mouth, and I was like, no, don't put Nathan Drake in your mouth. And he went, Nathan Drake. I was like, oh, baby, good job.
Another one of your favorite characters.
Okay. I'm gonna make it out here. I know where there's a camp. A camp? Yeah, where? Yeah. I'll go.
Okay, so just for the sake of fairness, what do you say we trade out and send him to Copeland? We want to balance out our
Keep
good.
it even.
Yeah, we'll balance out our evil and good deeds today.
Thank you.
It is interesting that with Tucker you get 0 trust.
Yeah.
It's like, no, she'll give me money or credits, but like...
well, I mean, they're not going to trust you anymore for bringing them more slaves, you know? It's like, that's not a way to generate trust with people. But you'll get paid for it.
Yeah, and like Tucker doesn't need to trust Eek. She's just like, yep, here's your money. You're an employee. There is no... Trust is not a thing that is under consideration.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like the credits we give you buys your trust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before we get here and actually trigger the cutscene, I want to make another save game. All right, and then we'll push forward. Here we go. Now, I do actually have a trick for this one. A lot of you may already know this. It's not like anything super complicated. It's just a way to get ahead of them. Because it is kind of a Nero sneak mission.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Slayer is in the chat. What is up, sir? How you been, buddy? I didn't realize that was you until Ryan said something. All right, so we got to go this way. If you just run and get ahead of them, because this is one of those like Nero sneak missions is what it's actually supposed to be. But you can just run all the way down there. If your stamina is low, you know, maybe pop a stamina cocktail or something, or, you know, walk part of it if you need to. But you can literally just run all the way down here. And you want to head to a specific set of bushes. And this will allow you to stay ahead of them the whole time and be in position once O'Brien gets over here. And it is this set of bushes right here. Not this set.
Really cool.
Yeah, not this set, but this set specifically over here by the deer carcass. And then you can pretty much just chill until O'Brien gets over here. See, that's what I call winning at the game instead of playing the game, Miss Claire. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I like to follow them because it's like part of the vibe and you're listening in on their conversation. I mean, I know you can hear it still, but it's like I want to feel like I'm eavesdropping.
Yeah, which that's valid.
Yeah.
I want to feel like I'm over here taking a dump at the bushes.
I was going to say, while we're waiting on them, just a reminder, Rex, one thing we have to check. Now it's daytimes, we have to look for shadows under objects. Remember we had the question last week.
Explosive elements and temporary objects. Yeah. Temporary assets. Yeah, right on.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a really cool scene. This is the first time that Deacon has seen O'Brien since he put Sarah on the chopper that night.
Mm-hmm.
Speculation as to Tobias Atratus is confirmed. Lots of horseflies here. I'm glad to have the suit on, let me tell you. Carrion is still mostly intact and appears to be...
Here we go.
Well, look at it this way, you poor son of a bitch. At least you weren't torn apart by freaks. If you lived a few more weeks, you might have become one yourself.
I love this scene.
Mm-hmm. Snatch.
Stay back.
I just want to talk.
Nero Protocol 2-7 states clearly that if conducting operations...
I really loved Bernardo De Paula discussing this on your podcast with you. His perspective on this scene was incredible to hear.
See, that sounded to me like making contact.
Yes. Yes,
Making contact. Tap, tap.
I am.
How?
I love how sarcastic he is with that.
That night, farewell. The next night,
Nero Protocol 2-7 states.
Notice that you cannot see his face. This is the first time we've seen him since that night in Farewell. But you can't see his face.
You give me the information that I need, and then you go back to digging your way through freaker shit or whatever the hell else you're doing out here the hard way.
Look at that look in Deacon's eyes. Completely fucking unhinged in that moment.
Mm-hmm. I love how he's like, "How are you alive? How?" And the guy's like, "I don't. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
It's like, "How are you alive?" It's like, it's just such a weird thing to be asked. It's like, I don't fucking know. What do you mean? Because he doesn't know at that point that it's the guy from the night, you know, with the girl and the chopper.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a knife wound. She was cut pretty bad.
I went to the
Oh,
refugee camp
Quasi
that you
points out
said
that,
you
of
were
course,
taking
yeah,
care of.
O'Brien actually has a gun.
Everyone was dead. So
Which I don't know if I ever noticed that
Yeah.
before.
did you survive?
His first instinct is not to reach for it, but to try to get away from Deacon. Which obviously, I mean, O'Brien doesn't seem like someone who is trained or confident,
yeah.
you know,
I
with
think it's-
using a weapon.
Yeah, it's more of an afterthought, you know, just in case he has to protect himself. As a
Probably
last-
from free,
or in
it's
case
not
he
from humans.
in case he has to do the classic zombie apocalypse thing and save a round for himself.
One of our radios. That's how you. I can't promise anything, but I'll check.
And I'm gonna go with you.
No, you can't. Please, you don't. Hey, you don't understand. They'll fucking shoot you.
Not before I shoot you.
Okay, look, if you're gonna fucking kill me, do it, okay?
Now he gets a little
I did
backbone.
my job.
I love
Did
this
I warn
part.
your wife? I put her on oxygen. I gave her an IV.
I kept her alive,
I got a
he
lot of trouble
says.
for that. She was septic. She wasn't gonna make it, but I got her to the mass unit.
I saved her
goddamn
goddamn life. Yeah, Deacon, calm down, buddy. She wouldn't have lived that long without his help. And you can see the look in his face where he's like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm standing here pointing a gun at the man who saved her life that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I don't hear from you, I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna track you down. And I'm gonna do a lot worse than snap off an antenna.
Yeah, you can tell O'Brien is someone who's already pushed to his limits. You know, he's not a tough guy like Deacon, but he's been pushed. He's on
Yeah.
the fucking edge.
And you push him far enough.
Different kind of edge, but
Right. And you push him far enough and he gets his back up. He shows a little backbone in that last moment there.
yeah.
Like, look, man, if you're going to do it, fucking do it.
And then also just the idea of like, okay, I'll find out, see what I can find out, but like, you got to do something for me.
Yeah, right. You got to take a look at the chat, hon.
Aw,
Right on, Dark Horse. Appreciate you, buddy.
thank you.
So
So is this my stream now?
I guess it kind of is. Like, I'm just along for the ride, you know? Yeah,
That's what you call a tactical maneuver.
Right. I love the morning sun coming through the trees. And honestly, that's another reason that I like to play during the day a lot in Days Gone are absolutely beautiful. But something about it, man. I just love the sun coming through the trees in the morning.
IV kept her alive. She was septic,
Yeah.
so she wasn't gonna make it. But you got her to
Yeah, I think
injection.
the reason I know I give you shit for like playing more in the day and changing night to day, but the reason why I never change the time is because I don't want to step out of the world. You know, I don't want to have to go inside and do, sleep at the beds, at the little MMUs and watch the little cutscene of, I mean, as pretty as it is, like, I don't want to waste a second of my own life not playing Days Gone. Like, I just want to be in the world as much as possible. And any little loading screen or anything like that, it's just like, no, I just want to see it. And it's also beautiful.
Yeah.
Daytime is beautiful, nighttime is beautiful. I just don't want to miss any of it.
Yeah.
A few days ago, I asked you if you remembered that Nero asshole.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Now, for you, is it a matter of it, quote, breaks immersion? Or is it just a matter of, like, you literally just like to experience the world while you're in it?
Before I answer that, Jeremy is leaving for the night. Good night,
okay.
Jeremy.
All right,
Thank
Jeremy.
you for joining us.
Yeah, buddy. We'll see you later, bud. Take it easy.
As soon as your arm heals.
What was the question? Is it that it breaks immersion? No, I mean, no. It just slows down the game. Like, I just don't want to stop. I don't want to, like, when I'm doing something or I'm in a zone or whatever, or even if it's just riding around and killing freaks, like, I just don't want to have to pause that.
Oh, okay.
Out there, O'Brien. Oh, you son of a bitch, you better radio me. You hear me, O'Brien? I know you're on this channel. God damn it. Hey, get better, get
I see Deacon is already
Interesting.
cussing at O'Brien.
down. You got that?
Yeah.
God damn
I
it.
was going to say, it's interesting that you have all these power lines still strung up. Because if you think about, like, especially in the Cascades with, like, the weather and, everything that's, like, rolling through and all the trees.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of, like, burned or dead trees sometimes around. So you just think, like, surely there's a tree has fallen somewhere and knocked out some power lines. Like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that after 2 years they're all still standing.
Right. It's a good point.
Was it the same guy, the one we saw on the roof that night?
Headhunter's got it right.
Yeah,
I stay out at night because I'm a badass.
I mean, that is a fair statement. Most of y'all have probably never seen Claire play Days Gone, unless you've watched her streams on her channel. But she actually is a bit of a badass. And it's really fascinating to me because our play styles are completely fucking different. But she still gets in there and kicks ass all day long.
Hey, maybe you can finally, I don't know, find some peace.
I don't need to find any peace. Jesus.
Well, Miranda brings up Bernardo de Paula's explanation of how he adjusted O'Brien's speech pattern throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I tell you what. Bernardo de Paula. I'm sorry if any other actors may be watching the stream right now. Everyone in this game is fantastic. All of the actors were fantastic, but Bernardo de Paula, I got him. He's the best.
Yeah,
absolutely, hands down, the best actor in this game. Sorry, Sam Witwer, if you're listening, but you're playing second fiddle to Bernardo de Paula. I mean, am I wrong? Like, he's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we have Daryl Patrick joining the chat. Hello.
Hey, what's up, bud? Yeah, I really, really enjoyed Bernardo de Paula's episode on your podcast because he really did bring such an interesting perspective to that character. The way he talks about, O'Brien having the shaky voice and how he achieved that and how he put himself in that headspace. Just fantastic. Phenomenal fucking acting. And just a really nice guy who happens to love playing Days Gone.
Yeah. And I mean, he talks about how he still plays it, and he's confessed that he doesn't think he's very good at it, but he just still really enjoys it.
Right.
So he just drives around, just resets the hordes and all of the jobs, and just does that on repeat, which I just think is so funny because like it must be weird if you're playing a game that you acted in. I wonder how, because a lot of actors don't watch their own stuff.
Right.
Look at the sun on those mountains.
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what let's see if we can't catch it real quick before the sun goes down.
Oh, you get eaten by a wolf.
I know, right? I was sitting there shit. The light's already changed. Oh, well. Yeah, I was sitting there looking at the scene, just admiring the scenery. Fucking wolf comes up and bites you in the ass. That's Days Gone, man. That's what you get for standing around.
We have Dennis Lacrosse joining the chat. Hey, Dennis.
Hello and welcome. Hi.
Oh, and reminder from Chrissy Rex, if you want to take a moment to plug your daughter's new shop.
Thank you so much, love. Okay, so a while back I had mentioned that my daughter is doing those perler beads, like bead art. Let me get up here where I'm actually safe for a minute so I can talk about this. She's doing the bead art, and if you've seen my Instagram, I put some of her stuff on there. She is making some super cool shit, but she has her own Instagram page now because she's gotten really serious about it.
Damn, I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
What's her Instagram? I'm gonna follow her right now.
Yeah, please do. Her Instagram page is called Perler Spawn. And Perler is,
that's good.
I know, right? I love that she's carrying on the family name. Perler Spawn is her page, and it's PERLER, Perler, and Spawn. All one word, of course. All lowercase, all one word, Perler Spawn. And if you want to get on there and check out her stuff, she actually has some of this stuff for sale that she has made. So you get on there and DM her about placing an order if you want to. My personal favorite so far is...
I'm just looking at it right now, and I guarantee you are looking at the same one. Is it Deadpool riding a unicorn?
Yes! Deadpool riding a unicorn
badass.
for the win. Yes!
Badass.
I fucking
love it. It's got like a little Monster energy drink one as well. As it's being opened and it's kind of squirting out. It's amazing.
Right. Now, she did one on there. Okay, so a lot of those she did off of a pattern, but this one she literally just made it herself. She saw a picture of a little black snake coiled around a potion bottle, and she was like, I think I could do that. And she just made one herself, and it's a little black snake coiled around a potion bottle. And so she's actually getting good enough at it now that she's literally just creating her own art with it. And it's killer stuff, and she does actually have this stuff for sale. We're getting set up where she can actually take orders and make custom art and put it up for sale. So yeah, anyway, y'all want to see some really cool bead art, man, check out my kiddo's Instagram page.
It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, she's a badass. Man, I'll tell you what, that kid has been through so much. I am so proud of her every day. She's a good kid.
Okay.
Aw.
My little heathen. Me and my heathen against the world. Alright, so... well, I guess we're right here by this Copeland mission. Should we do that while we're near it? Or, yeah? Fucking A, let's do it. Right on. Oh, I love the sunlight coming through the fog. Oh, that's killer. Look at that shit. Or, no, moonlight. That's the moon. The moonlight coming through the fog.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell. Like, the moon is so bright.
Yeah.
All the time.
Like, I could literally just drive around all night and just look at the fucking light coming through the trees.
So what you drinking tonight?
I am currently drinking water.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm on Diet Coke tonight.
Right on. Cheers. I actually have my bourbon glass, or my whiskey glass, sitting beside me here. I just haven't put anything in it yet.
Open the gate. It's Deacon. Let him in.
Hey, Deke, how's it going?
Okay. Oh, actually, shit, I went to the wrong spot, but that's cool. Let's go ahead and top off while we're here. I keep forgetting this mission. I always come straight to Copeland's camp, like I'm going to run over here and talk to Copeland, but I think the mission is actually up the hill from here.
That all you need?
No, but that's all you sell.
Stop by anytime.
How's it going, Manny?
Okay, we're topped off now. So, yeah, I keep forgetting the actual mission is not here at Copeland's camp. It's around here.
I see it, Deke.
Calm down, Chrissy. My organs know all about water, ma'am. They know all about bourbon, too, but they're also familiar with water. Here we go. I think it's right up here at the top of the hill. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this will start the next mission. Yeah, Catherine Jones says, awesome visual game, so beautiful. I agree. That's one of the things that first attracted me to this game when I first started playing it. Even playing on PlayStation 4, it looks incredible. They did so much with the graphics capabilities of the PlayStation 4.
It's a rifle.
Trying to get me a PlayStation 5.
Good luck with that.
So bad. I signed up for the, you can register with PlayStation to kind of get on the wait list to get one. I did that the other day. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, good luck.
I don't know like how it works, if it's like a lottery draw or if you're just put on a list and they release them in order. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You'll see the signs.
Yeah, folks, I see some of y'all talking about, me and my kiddo. That's my kiddo, man. Me and my kiddo against the world. All right, so what I think is interesting about this mission is they won't let you use your BFG. It's like, damn it, Copeland, keep your shit rifle, man. I've got something. I've got something way better, dog.
Here you go. I've got this great gun, and you're like,
yeah, yeah. Is it really? Yeah. Okay. I think I missed the first clue. No, here it is.
Well, okay then. Look hard. See this pile of deer scat? It's fresh.
Yeah, I see it.
I think perhaps one aspect of this mission is that they're also teaching you how to track the hordes, because that's literally how you find them. You find their tracks on the ground, and you can just track them out in the wild.
Quick, there's your buck.
I see him.
Now here, use my rifle.
No,
that's
I don't.
more like looking at signs rather than this is sort of how you track like use the eagle vision, that I don't know, whatever you call it, the sort of the ghost vision, which you can't do that with the hordes.
Yeah. Yeah, Hunter is right. He says they want to make it so for sure you cannot kill the deer in just one shot. They even have it so that it's back to you. And, anybody who actually hunts game, that's the worst shot to take. You want to hit them across go from lung, heart, lung. That way it's an instant and humane as possible kill. Instead of them running off and suffering while they die. And
yeah, it's interesting that Copeland says nice shot, and it's like
it's not.
No, the animal's hurting. I tell you, the little details we get about Copeland, like his whole thing about the poaching and what's the other thing he says about? He says something about like basically just using resources that are going to, like, we know they're going to run out, they're finite resources, and he's just like kind of refers to it like, well, I've just got to take whatever I want. And it kind of like really rubs me the wrong way that it's setting up him as just this guy who's just taking from the world with no consideration for the world or for other people or just for, kind of being fair in any way.
Yeah.
He's just greedy, like he does with Deacon's bite. He just takes it.
He's a fucking scavenger.
And he'd take boozers if he left boozers up there. It's just like, take everything.
Absolutely.
And, no one can do shit about it. And it's like,
I'll take back that
I don't like that.
Yeah.
It just annoys me. I don't like Copeland.
Sure. Yeah. And Catherine Jones is saying, this is the first time she's really looked at Copeland's face. Look at the artistry. You forget it's a game. It looks almost real, and that's true. And for anybody who doesn't know, that scar on Copeland's face is actually from a rager bear. A rager got hold of him. Yeah. And that's revealed in the art book, right?
Yep, that's right. Makes you wonder what he was doing to get in the way of a rager bear, because you don't, apart from this one mission, you don't really see him outside of the camp at all. I don't think he does leave the camp. So, it does make you wonder, where was he? And also, how did he just get that from a rager bear? How is he not dead?
Absolutely. Oh, now, wait a minute. What is this Quasimodo is sending me? Sir, oh my goodness. Are you showing off your excellent bourbons again, sir? That looks tasty, bud. Right. All right, that's it. I'm going to have to pour a shot. Hang on. I'm just drinking just some regular old bourbon tonight. Some Benchmark Old Number 8. Nothing fancy. It's good, though. I like it.
Miranda says that's probably why he built the camp, talking about Copeland.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I ain't fucking with no more rager bears, man. I'm going to build a camp with some walls and folks with guns.
He just is the sort of person that would probably think, oh, this is fine. I know what I'm doing. I got this. I can live out in the woods. And then realized, oh shit, no, there are rager bears out here. Fuck that. And that's why he lives up in the trees. That's why he went all fucking Robin Hood with it and started building like the Ewok village that he lives in.
Welcome to Endor. Oh, good Lord.
Has anyone here seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
Which one?
The one that
the family, like the Family Guy
terrible
one, or the
no. The Ewoks and the, I don't even know. Was it Ewoks? No, it wasn't Ewoks. It was Wookiees, and it's awful. It's from like.
Is it the Adult Swim one with from Robot Chicken?
No. The actual Star Wars, like way back in the day.
Oh God! Okay, yeah, you're going way back. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
I watched it one time, and it's just like, oh my! It's so boring. It's unbelievably boring.
It's a cash grab. That's all it is. It's merchandising cash grab type shit. Okay, so Boozer says we're low on meat, and I happen to have some meat.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Ah, right. I got some meat for you, buddy. No, really, I've got deer meat.
Baran Satin says it's from 1978.
Is it? Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Shit, y'all are going
straight away. They're like, this is
back.
popular. Let's make a Christmas special.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have been, oh man, what, like 50, 60 when that came out then?
At least. Probably 59 and a half. Ma'am.
This is Radio Free Oregon. The truth shall set you free. I grew up in these here woods. My grandfather taught me all about it.
Oh, Headhunter says, I could see it being one of those situations where Copeland encountered the Rager as part of a group, and Copeland was the only survivor.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, he's the kind of guy
I don't
that
have to
knows
outrun
the
the
zombie
Rager.
rules. You don't have to outrun the Rager, you just have to outrun the person next to you.
Yep. After you pop them in the kneecap.
My camp's up in the trees.
Tie their shoelaces together.
Hey, don't be messing with folks' shoelaces now.
We got you
That's
covered.
just naughty.
Grandfather also taught me.
Don't believe the lies, says Chrissy.
Cheers, Quasimodo.
They need to go. Like a watering hole. Today, you're as likely to be prey as hunter. So you gotta keep your eyes peeled.
Okay. I don't really need to repair the bike, but I can.
The easiest way to a good meal was to lay
So when Boozer says we need meat, do you actually come and like drop it off anywhere?
and you could have dinner next
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Did
we're
I
about
just
to go.
miss that?
Yeah, we're
Or
about
we
to go
doing it
take
now?
it to him right now.
Okay.
Here in a moment, we'll take it to him. I'm just picking up supplies while I'm here.
Especially when
I was reading the chat for a second. I wasn't sure if I missed it.
No.
I love, so if you stand on the, what I call the balcony here, this little, I don't know, little deck thing, and there's a great angle you can get in photo mode looking through the barbed wire. And it has like the lookout tower or the mountains, whatever in the background. I have a really cool shot of that on my Instagram. One of my favorites.
I actually think I've seen that one before, yeah.
Your granddaddy set traps for him, and you and your old man used to
Find
lay
photo
down
mode kind of
salt bricks.
glitchy and
Yeah,
weird
it's really
sometimes, like get it
Sometimes,
lined up
yeah.
right.
just none of that
Sometimes.
shit matters now.
Like, it's still one of the best photo modes that I've seen in any video game ever. I think the only ones that I've encountered that I've really messed around with that were as good or better would be Horizon Zero Dawn and No Man's Sky. Both of those have a really good photo mode. And it looks like Ghost of Tsushima is going to have a great photo mode too. I haven't
That's
had
a lot of options.
It does, yeah. I just haven't had much opportunity to play around in there yet. Okay, so here's
that
one.
one, you can like change the direction of the wind and things like that, so you can
No
you can,
shit. Nice.
like mess with everything.
Outstanding. So here is something that I've wondered about but have never tested. You can see on your inventory screen, you can see exactly how much meat you have collected. It also shows you your scrap, your bounties, your how many herbs and flowers you have. But the meat, I want to know how much meat does it actually take when you go to Boozer and bring him meat for this mission.
You gonna be up all night?
Yeah, maybe. Hey, booze man, I brought in some meat. Should keep us stocked up for a while.
Hey, Deke, thanks, man. I'm not real hungry right now.
I'm
I'll salt-
literally dying from blood poisoning. Not super hungry right now, dog. Okay,
So he says he's going to salt it up. Where are they getting the salt?
yeah, right.
'Cause don't you need quite a lot to preserve meat?
I mean, not necessarily.
I've never done it.
Yeah. Let's see. They don't. Yeah, shit. I don't know. I mean, it can be like mined from places. You can, find deposits of it here and there. But I don't know where they're actually getting it in the game. Okay, so it took 5. Took 5 pieces of meat. We went from 74 down to 69. All right.
Your lucky number.
Yeah. I don't think I need any supplies from the crate here. It might give me a little ammo or something. 1 rag and 1 scrap. Oh, and some sidearm ammo. Okay, nice. Okay, so let me see what weapons I have. Something I was thinking about is if we wanted to experiment with other weapons. I don't have a lot of weapons unlocked on this save file. Pretty much just the stuff that I actually use. We do have the US 5.56, which is a fun one. We got Claire's favorite, Boozer's shotgun. We have we have the IDF pup, which it's really a badass weapon if you're into more precise primary weapons. I like the hard and fast auto shotgun, but the IDF pup is nice for a more precise play style. The Chicago chopper is arguably the best primary weapon in the game. Period. Even more so than the auto shotgun. I just think the auto shotgun is just too much damn fun.
I'd kind of like to see you play with the IDF pup.
Okay. Something that's more
If you're feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mix it up a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, and then sidearms. My actual favorite sidearm is the Mayor. Because the Mayor
I hate that gun.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone always talks about it on Reddit, and I was like, I got to get this. I got to try it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
It doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, it's an extremely powerful weapon that only has a few shots. So it's a few really strong shots. Excuse me. And the Sheriff is simply a weaker version of it. The Sheriff is the one you get from Iron Mike. It's unlocked as part of Iron Mike's storyline. The Mayor is unlocked as the Colonel's storyline. This is actually the weapon that the Colonel has in that chest holster that he wears. And
it should be called the Colonel then.
I know, right? These are actually, if you don't know much about actual real world firearms, this is kind of a pun on, I believe it's the judge and the governor. And these are real world weapons that they're a revolver that can fire both something like 44 Magnum rounds or 410 shotgun shells. So you can literally fire either a really big bullet or a really small shotgun shell. And it's the judge. I think it's Taurus makes the Taurus judge, and Smith & Wesson makes the governor. And so it's a play on those two, the Sheriff and the Mayor, the judge and the governor.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
As a Brit, I don't know a lot about firearms, so
sure.
This is interesting to find out. Headhunter in the chat says that they are great for bike combat.
They are, yeah. They're great for taking out runners. It's just an extremely powerful shot. I mean, look at the damage on this fucking thing. You can, let me see if I can get that. And yeah, you can come up here and look at the damage on it, and you can see compared to the SMP9, the damage is way higher, and even the range is a little bit higher as well. Now, of course, the accuracy and rate of fire are lower because you have a revolver versus a full automatic 9mm. But then the magazine size, you've only got 6 rounds in the cylinder of this pistol. So versus 50 rounds in the magazine of the SMP9.
Little bit of a difference.
Yeah, so it just suits a different play style. For example, if you're running the IDF Pup or the Chicago Chopper or something that's a good horde killer all by itself, you don't really need the SMP9. You don't. The IDF Pup or the Chicago Chopper takes the space of your spray and pray weapon, where this becomes your hard and fast, really really powerful killing weapon for shooting. Should we go with the
Mayor?
We can. Another one that's a lot of fun is the PDW. And this is fairly low damage, but it is extremely accurate, extremely precise, even at long ranges. But let's do the Mayor. I'm a big fan of the Mayor. And if we're going to be running the IDF Pup, we can swap to the Mayor. Now, for special weapons, I really don't want to switch off of anything except for the BFG. I'm willing to consider other things except for the fucking crossbow. But now we could do like the BND 150 that has different types of darts, or we could run like a machine gun or the RPD. We could run the MG55.
I used the BND for my second playthrough. That was like my go-to sniper rifle, which it's not compared to the BFG. It's
really not a great sniper rifle.
No, but I enjoyed it because of the different things that you can craft.
Sure.
I found that really fun and like experimenting with that and like learning. And then after I did that, I did start learning about the crossbow, and it's kind of like it's such a different way of thinking about the weapons and thinking about the gameplay. So I don't know. I would like to see you use the BND 150.
All right, we'll give it a shot. Now, I have to be honest.
Kind of crossbow-esque, but not the crossbow.
Because it's so versatile, yeah. I have to admit, I was not impressed with the BND 150. Perhaps I'm not using it correctly. There is that possibility. But I tried using the gas darts to take out hordes.
Oh, no. I don't understand those at all.
Impressed. I've seen videos of people using those gas darts to take out large hordes really fucking fast. But I have had very little luck using them myself. It's like sometimes you'll fire one and you'll kill like 20 of them with one gas dart, then you fire another gas dart and it doesn't kill a single one. And it's like, okay, what's the fucking problem here? What am I doing wrong? So I guess
I had the same reaction, and also the EDT darts or whatever they are. What is it? There's something else you can do.
there's like an electric dart, I believe.
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
get.
Okay.
And maybe it's for stunning, and I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, we can experiment
Didn't really
with it.
use that.
And, like, really, that is the point of this live stream series, is to show off, to, of course, do a deep dive into the story and the writing and the acting, and then also to show off some advanced tactics and test new tactics as well. So, all right, with the BND 150, what can we make? We can make explosive darts. We can make the EDT dart, which I believe is the electrical one. It's probably like a stun dart. And then you have
I think that's what it's for. It's just like if you're sniping someone,
why do you need to
just
stun them?
kill them.
Yeah, right.
Why do
Just
you need
make a
to stun-
headshot and fucking kill them, yeah. And
Unless, what if it's for taking out like a breaker or a screamer or something like that, where you can stun them
Interesting.
and then get in close, kind of like you would do with a smoke bomb,
like you would do with the
or
smoke
a
bomb and
flashbang.
the executioner skill, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, that is interesting. So we can, we can't test it at this point because we don't have elite freaks in this early in the game. But what we can do, we still have the Shadow Lake horde up here. Want to go test some poison darts against the Shadow Lake horde?
Yeah, let's
Right
do
on.
it.
Fucking A.
And you can also try the stun darts on like a wolf or something like that.
Yeah, sure. If we come across something. Yeah, absolutely. Right on. Yeah, and see, Quasimodo is saying the Iron Butte horde with the BND, that guy's video was insane. And I've seen that one, but brother, I tried that myself and I could not get it to work. Which again, just makes me ask the question, what am I doing wrong? What am I missing as far as how to properly apply this weapon for maximum damage? So I don't know, man. Maybe we can figure it out together.
That's my usual question.
Yeah, what am I
What
doing
are you
wrong?
doing
Yeah.
wrong? No.
What am
Yeah.
I doing wrong? What is Rex fucking up tonight?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Usually I do. I always assume that I'm the one doing something wrong.
I think I'm going the wrong way. I really do get lost in the Cascades, man. Like every other part of the game, I know pretty much exactly where stuff is at, but when I'm in the Cascades, I get lost. Because I'm one of those people that I want to drive like straight across country, just a straight line.
Yep, I'm the same. I have to force myself to stick to the path in this, because otherwise you just end up going off a cliff. So Catherine in the chat says, shotguns are really hard on the shoulders. I shot one once. I was rubbish. Soldier guy gave it to my mom. She was good. He was impressed.
Right on.
I shot a shotgun. This is going back nearly 10 years. And yeah, shit, on the shoulder, it's...
Yeah.
I was in pain. A lot of pain.
Yeah.
Because we were there for like 2 or 3 hours, and shotguns are heavy.
They are, yeah.
They're very heavy,
actually,
so-
you showed me a picture of that. You standing there holding the shotgun, and it's one of those things where, like, if you have someone who's teaching you how to do it properly, it's not as bad. I could tell from the way you were holding it, the way you were leaned back, that's like, yeah, man, that thing's gonna knock you on your ass if you keep doing it like that.
I mean, that picture that I showed you, I had been holding it for like 2 hours at that point. I was exhausted.
It's just fucking tired because
I
it
was
was so
like, do I
heavy,
have to keep doing this? And also, it was like every time it would kick back, it would like, I ended up with a bruised shoulder.
Oh, wow.
After a while. Yeah, it probably would have helped if I had someone who was actually teaching me how to do it properly. Yeah.
How to hold. And also, you know, if it's somebody's first time firing a weapon like that, you don't take a massive fucking 12 gauge and put it in the hands of a new shooter. You start with something small. Something like a 410 or something like that. You know, a small shotgun.
I mean, I say that I'm inexperienced, but that's really just with real weapons. I mean, I am a trained killer at laser tag.
You told me about that, yeah.
I used to work in a laser tag like place, and I'm such a fucking badass. I'm such a good shot. But that's laser tag.
Yeah, right.
A little different.
I mean, you passed the simulator. That counts, right?
I don't know what that means.
Like if you're doing a simulator for training, like a flight sim where you're.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Laser tag is a simulator for, actual combat or even video game combat.
Well, with the shotgun, I didn't miss a shot. And it was my first and only time firing a shotgun.
Yeah,
and we were doing like clay pigeons that kind of, shoot out and yeah. Oh, good shot.
Yeah, the first one was. Yeah, I'm used to my shotgun. That's my mistake is I'm not really used to using the IDF pup anymore. I got to get back in my groove, man. Oh, that one's right on me. Okay. I need my shotgun. I'm going to get myself fucking killed here.
Especially if you get stuck in that bush.
Right, yeah.
Now, didn't you say you were saying something about, if you need to use the melee weapon, then you've got yourself in trouble?
Yeah, if the situation devolves to a point where you have to use a melee weapon, you have already lost control of the battlefield.
I would say if the situation devolves to the point where you're saying, I need my shotgun, you've lost control of the battle.
Well, yeah. Didn't I just say that? Yes, this is true.
Just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, it's all good. But it really is also a matter of, just what you're used to. It takes muscle memory. You have to take time to build up muscle memory with the weapons that you're using. And I'm used to using a shotgun, which is really powerful up close, hard and fast, overwhelming force attack style, where the IDF pup is a precision weapon. You're meant to hang back and make precise shots from a distance with it.
Right.
So it's just a different style. Okay, so we have our horde. And what were we going to do? We were going to do the BND 150 gas darts on this horde. Now, we also have the explosive darts. Or we have the gas darts. Let's see if we can figure out how the gas darts are supposed to work. So, what I would like to do, let's just fucking get in there and do this. Let's get them bunched up if we can. With an attractor. This actually isn't a great spot. I don't like getting them over here by the feeding ground at this location. Because it's like a massive area and they kind of spread out. It can be tricky to get them grouped up properly. Okay, we're going to need a suppressor for this one. Actually, let's use the Ipcatech stun gun. Why is that not... wait a minute. It's like literally not doing anything. I hate this stun gun.
I think you're just not using it right.
I mean, apparently.
You are holding down the trigger, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Literally having zero effect on him.
You got to aim.
I guess.
Just throw a Molotov at him or something.
I should have just used a melee weapon. That's what I should have done. Okay, so here is our horde. And you can kind of see how spread out they are. You've got enemies. Let me back off the view a little bit. You've got them all the way over here, and all the way back here, all the way to this guy here. They cover basically this entire field down here. So this is actually my second least favorite to take. My least favorite spot to take this horde. Their cave that they hang out in is another bad spot because they're really deep back off in the cave, and it can be difficult to pull them out.
Yeah.
You have to use like multiple. If you don't want to just run in on them and you want to pull them out, you have to use multiple attractors in order to do that. But yeah, we can see how they're just fucking spread out all over the place. So if you are tracking this horde, I recommend not taking them here because even if I throw an attractor, like I can put an attractor right off, well, that's about as far as we can get with it from here. And it's only going to pull a few of them. It's not going to pull the whole horde. Even if we try to change our angle of attack a little bit and come over here, it's still only going to go so far. And it's only going to pull so many of them. Mm-hmm. So what say we track them for a little ways and see if we can get them at another location.
Now, do you happen to know how long they stay at each location?
I've never timed it, but it is not long. Because they'll pretty much just kind of roll between each location until sunrise. And Quasimodo says use this fuel can down here to draw them in first, which is a valid tactic, and it'll probably get most of them, because you could use a suppressed weapon to pop that gas can, and it'll bring some of them over there, but I don't know that it will pull all of them. Quasimodo, you think use that and then an attractor? Yeah, fuck it, let's try it. Why not? So that should get the attention of some of them. And then we're going to use an attractor, see if we can't get the rest of them, and then we'll use the poison gas darts from the BND. Oh, look, it is pulling most of them. Nice, good job, Quas. There's the gas dart. Okay, so 1 gas dart, 0 kills. And now
That's
I've got...
what always happens to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't... Oh, he crept up on you. Yeah, I don't... I wonder if they changed it or something, or it's like a... Because you're playing on survival too? I don't know. Yeah. Don't know why.
I'm honestly not sure. But we were able to test it, and we can see that 1 gas dart, 0 kills. Let's do something else. Let's use an explosive dart. See if we can get a few of them grouped up. They should kind of gather in on that explosion. And we'll try another explosive gas dart. See if we get any kills. 1 kill, 2 kills. There. Okay, see, that got us a few kills. Let's do another one. We got a few kills with that one, yeah. I honestly do not know what the difference is.
Maybe it takes 2 shots to kill them?
It very well may, yeah. So let's see if we can use another explosive dart, kind of off in the middle of them here. Get them grouped up again, and we'll use another explosive dart. We'll try that again. Yeah, they're not grouping up nicely, are they?
Not a lot of ammo left.
1 kill. Yeah. And see, that is why I don't really bother with the BND 150. I know it's supposed to be, like, for example, the BND 150 can only be unlocked on a New Game Plus playthrough. You must have already beat the game in order to unlock this BND 150. There's no other way to get it. So you would think it would be like a badass late game weapon, and it simply isn't. It's not that effective. Perhaps I'm not using it correctly, but I don't know.
I had the same feeling. I think this was when I started to question when everyone was saying about horde killing guns.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd heard the D&D referred to as a horde killing gun for the gas darts, and I got it, and I'm like, ooh, something's not adding up here.
Yes.
And then I started questioning all the guns and thinking that any of them, by what I would consider a horde killing gun.
Yeah, which made
maybe my expectations just wrong.
Which made you disregard weapons like the Chicago Chopper and the MG55, which absolutely...
Did you say MG55? I'll be in my bunk.
I did say MG55.
Fucking love that gun. Yeah, so I pretty much gave up on them. And I was just using, I think I had the Liberator shotgun, I had the SMP9, and I guess I was playing about the various sniper rifles and crossbows and just sort of cycling through them. And you were like, well, try the auto shotgun. And that was when I was like, oh, okay, actually, this is really good.
Yeah.
And then you said, well, have you tried the MG55? And I'm like, no, maybe I should give that a try. And I did this video, you can see it on my channel. I did a video where I did a weapons test of the, oh God, I don't even remember, the MG55. I think it was the Chicago Chopper and what's the other one? I don't even remember. But I had like a literal epiphany halfway through, and I was using the MG55, and it took out a horde in like 9 seconds or something. I'm like, oh my God, I was wrong this whole time. Like, why did no one tell me?
I did. Heck yeah. So I just got a comment on Reddit from X21 Sean 123. I'm actually not sure exactly. I haven't looked closely at his comment, but I'm just mentioning to him real quick that we gave him a shout out tonight.
Yeah.
Let me finish
For anyone
typing.
who just joined the chat, we were talking earlier about a new game on Reddit that this user X21Sean123 came up with that is called Hide and Deek, and you post a picture of an obscure location in the game and share it on Reddit and tag it Hide and Deek, and everyone else has to guess where you are or kind of figure out your location. It's a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. Yeah, so I had to let him know that we gave him a little shout out.
We have Sean H, different Sean H in the chat. He likes Little Stubby.
Yes, the little stubby is an excellent one, especially the badass one you get from the militia camp at the end of the game. That used to be my favorite sidearm until I discovered how good the SMP9 is.
And D Marlowe in the chat. Hello.
Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, D Marlowe. Another Days Gone badass. Are y'all able to hear that Nero recorder playing? Because I know generally it tries to route that audio through the controller. So
I can't hear it, but I don't have game audio on.
Oh, that's
it
right.
messes up on my end.
That's right, yeah.
Also, D Marlowe saying he took out the Sawmill Horde with that weapon, most of the poison darts. With the BND?
I believe I've actually seen that video, and that's one of the ones that makes me say I've seen kick-ass videos of people taking out large hordes with the BND 150 gas darts, but I don't understand it myself. I can't seem to get it to work. Yeah, but if you can tell us what we're doing wrong, I sure would like to know.
Yes, definitely.
This is like is this another fucking horde? It shouldn't be. I think it's just a bunch of freaks because we're out at night.
Yeah. That's just standard for
Yeah.
nighttime.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Well,
Okay.
Quasi wants you to try the stun gun again.
All right. Yeah, I understand. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it did seem like it wasn't working for you, but I also am not confident you were using it right because you never use it, so...
Well, I mean, there's only one. Yeah, see, check it out. You hold down the trigger, you acquire the target, hold down the trigger, and I guess they have to be within a certain distance of you. Okay, that one got him. But you see how many times I had to hit him with it, and you have to hold it down forever, and I've got enemies coming up behind me. I knew there was one behind me, but I wanted to hold. See, it's just like bouncing right off of them. That one got him, and you have to hold it down until it ignites them.
Yeah.
And once they are ignited, they should die shortly after. But I'm having trouble getting it to, I guess, latch onto them and actually start stunning them. Let's see how much health. Look at how much health we lost doing that.
Yeah, I have had that issue before, but I think it's more of a weapon that's designed... I mean, obviously, it's not a great weapon.
Sure.
It's more just for fun. But I only ever use it from stealth. Because it does take so long, and once you commit,
okay, we can try that.
You can't let go of the trigger.
We can
so
try
I'll
that.
hide in a bush, and I use it a lot at like Crazy Willies. You know, that first little mission where you're sneaking through.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's
sure.
like a real easy stealth kill, so I have fun with that.
Yeah. And since you did a couple of New Game Plus playthroughs, you already had it. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I just came back over here because I knew there was a bandage over here. And that fucking around with that stun gun got us hurt pretty bad. Uh-oh. We're about to take some more damage. Alright, what I wanted to do was go to this Nero checkpoint over here that we unlocked. And swap this BND for something else.
Yeah.
We're on a patrol. Shit. Damn it.
Oh, he's got fucking road rash on his face now, man.
Oh.
Ouch.
We're just getting the crap kicked out of you. See, this is why you don't come out at night.
This is why I don't come out at night.
You don't know. You don't know how
I
to
like
handle
to
yourself
win
at night.
at the game.
See, notice up there that the moon is on like it's a crescent moon,
but it's still super bright.
Yeah, which I just wish that because they do the phases of the moon, but they don't do the timing of the phases of the moon.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Crescent moon should be a darker night. New moon should be a really dark night. Yeah, absolutely.
And also just the moon, like the time that it rises changes every day.
Yeah.
And they don't change. It's always moon at night, sun in the day. And, you know, that's not really how it works.
Yeah. And it's just one of those things, I guess, as much attention as they did, as much detail that they put into the weather, there's a few things that just didn't
I
quite
mean, it's
turn
not
out
like
right.
it's going to break the game for me or anything.
Sure.
I
Clearly.
spend so much time in the game, you start noticing these little things.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of spending too much time in the game, something that occurred to me earlier today is, you know, with the podcast, I do all these deep dives into the characters, and you know, I know you do the same thing. Like we spend so much time talking about the motivation of the characters and the little clues in the world. The thing we talked about was it last week about Tucker's camp and the slave, your theory of using women as pleasure girls to keep the goons in line and all of that. And I was imagining John Garvin, the writer-director of Days Gone, what if he didn't put that level of thought into all of this? And you know, and he hears our theories and he's just like, wait.
What the fuck are these nerds talking about, man?
Just making shit up about the game. I have an episode of the podcast coming out tonight, actually. It'll be out just in like an hour. That's all about Ricky, and it's a deep dive into her character and her motivation and her relationship with Deke and with Addie. And, you know, Iron Mike, and all, like, the whole, like, everything about her backstory and trying to, like, piece it together. Like, she's a real person, and she has all of these, you know, this motivation and this point of view. And obviously, you know, the characters do have motivation and point of view. They are very well fleshed out characters. But I sometimes worry that maybe I'm being too much of a nerd and putting too much thought into all of this stuff.
Yeah. But, you know, again, that's kind of our thing, you know, that's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are we going to do with our time, you know?
Quasi says that John Garvin would say, "Oh my God, you guys are sick." No, I never put that in the game at all.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. Is like, what the fuck is this SpawnicusRex motherfucker thinking about using the women at the slave camp as pleasure girls to keep the goons in line?
Perverts.
Really? What? Look at this pervy motherfucker. You know? Like, say, man.
Oh, DiMarlo points out the stun gun works well for reaches.
I think you're just fucking with. Are you just fucking with me, dude? You trying to get me murdered by a reacher?
Yes.
Like, yeah, you should totally try it. Go use
you should totally try it on a Rager Bear.
Yeah, use the stun gun on hordes, man. You'll have fun.
You only have to latch onto one, and it'll electrocute all the other 499 of them.
It's an electrifying experience.
It becomes like Raiders of the Lost Ark, like at the end with the lights
all the shit zapping out to all of them. Yeah.
Yes. That would be fun if it does that.
Yeah, right. I really wish that it would, actually. I assumed the first time I ever tried to use the IPCA Tech stun gun, I assumed it would function like an actual taser. You zap them with the taser, it stuns them, you run up and do a stealth kill on them, like using a rock with the rock on skill or using a smoke bomb or a flashbang grenade. You would stun them by hitting them one time with the stun gun, then run up and do a stealth kill. And it does not work that way. You have to hold it down the whole time, which leaves you vulnerable, like we saw earlier when I tried using it on that one down by the lake. It leaves you vulnerable to enemies coming up on you from behind. So it's one of those things that I personally do not use it because I know it is not an effective killing tool. So that's just, I kind of disregard it because I know it's not an effective killing tool. So all right, we still got tons of stuff we can do, man. We can dive off into anything. What are you laughing at?
Quasimodo, next on SpawnicusRex. I killed the sawmill horde using only the stun gun. Long, 30 plus minutes.
Yeah, more like 3 fucking hours. Right? Oh. Okay, so we do have a couple of ambush camps we can do. We have some Nero checkpoints. We still have at least one infestation. No, I think we did clear the infestation zones. Yeah, okay, so the infestation zones are done here. But we do still have one Nero checkpoint we can do. We have all 3 ambush camps. We have eliminated all 4 hordes that are available in this area, so we can't do any more hordes right now. We have a Nero research site. And that's about it. And then we have a story mission available and a camp job available too. Now I know we had mentioned, Claire and I had talked about one of these missions that's coming up soon related to Lisa's storyline. So we could get into that so that we'll have time to discuss that this evening, or we can run off and do what the fuck ever, man. It doesn't matter. I selected the RPD instead of the BND 150. The RPD is a really good horde killing weapon that you can get early on. I think it's a lot of fun, so I basically just put it on because it's fun. Since I have that horde killing weapon, this ambush camp has an unofficial horde that hangs out and under it. So maybe we could go down there and piss off that horde, see if we can get that horde to clear the ambush camp.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do that.
And then feel free in the chat to let us know kind of where we should go after doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you guys want to see? How can we get Rex out of his comfort zone?
Yeah.
Make him do stuff he doesn't normally do?
How can we wow the crowd tonight?
Yeah. Expand your horizons.
Yeah. Try new things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why I set a marker for this camp. I know right where the fuck it's at.
Now, interestingly, if anyone does go on Reddit and looks up the hide and deek game, I posted one that's just behind. Just a spoiler. I'm going to tell you where it is. It's just behind this camp, and it stumped a lot of people.
It did, yeah. I knew where it was.
Yeah, well, you should have posted then. Just said something.
Ma'am, I was at work.
It's not my problem. I do always have problems taking out this camp because I really want to draw the horde up there or do something really clever, and it's actually a really well-designed camp that's very, very hard to get the people to come out or to get the horde to go in without getting yourself in the way.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Quasi asked if that was the SOS pick, and yes, that was the SOS pick. There's a branches and rocks laid out in the ground spelling SOS just to the east of this camp.
Yeah.
On the other side.
Oh, Chrissy's heading out for the night. Good night, Chrissy.
Oh, good night, Chrissy.
Okay, so we because I rolled up on the bike and got a little too close, we had 3 of them pissed off as soon as we started, but I was able to take out those 3 from stealth. So let's see if they had any goodies for me. Where are those corpses at? Here's one corpse over here.
Quasi says if you run through the tripwires, it will draw the freaks up and the humans out. I try that, but I usually get caught in the middle. The freaks usually end up seeing me, or the humans see me, or the freaks don't come up far enough, or something always goes wrong. Like, I know there's a way to do this. Watch out for bear traps.
I usually get caught in the bear traps when I try that.
I just saw it and I was like, watch out for the bear traps. But yeah, I've yet to do this in a way that I feel like I did it right. I have a lot of, plans, like best laid plans.
Right. The closest I have come is using the bike. But because there are so many bear traps down there, they will damage your bike. The bike does take damage from bear traps. So what I
will sometimes sneak in and remove all the bear traps and sneak out again.
Yeah.
Like you can, it takes a long time, but you can do that.
Yeah. So I will come through here on the bike, piss off the horde, but see, look, the bike is taking damage. Let's make some noise, get them coming up here with us. but then
did
you're
this
still
one time
taking
and
damage.
I ended up just getting shot and taking damage, and it just
but
was
then
not.
you just take
good time.
off.
Was that really a good idea?
Yeah, I did that on purpose. That was a tactical stop.
Is that what you call it?
Yes. Okay, so let's see. We do have, well, I can't use my cursor right now, but you can tell the Horde has made 1 kill for us.
Was that worth it?
No.
1 kill?
I mean, that was kind of my point, actually. That was exactly the point I was trying to make, is that with this camp, it is extremely difficult to get this Horde up into the camp without just getting yourself all fucked up. So they are making kills for us. We're up to 5 of 14 now. The Horde has made 2 kills for us. I don't actually know where the Horde is at right now.
I could have just used the crossbow and been more successful
right.
at this point with a residue bolt.
Yeah. I mean, I would have just used the BFG myself. Okay, so the Horde is still down here. Maybe we can pull them up with an attractor. There they are. Yeah.
See, now you say that and it's like, yes, you can easily just take everyone out with the guns. Like that's pretty easy, but it just seems like it's designed to be fun in some way. You know, it's like, it seems like the layout and everything, like there is a trick to it. I just don't know what it is.
Right. Oh man, how the hell did I miss that?
Tom in the chat. Hi, Tom. He says, "Hi guys, would you please take us to the waterfall where Deacon proposed to Sarah?"
I absolutely, yeah, I gladly would, but we can't reach that at this point in the story. We're not quite there yet.
We will do that once we open that up.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite spots to go photo mode. I love going down there and taking nighttime shots.
Yeah. Oh, Miranda Satin actually points out that if we use the residue bolts on this camp, they'll shoot each other, and that brings the freaks up and below.
Damn, Miranda.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah, girl, look at you coming up with the badass ideas. Last time you showed us that little spot where you could hide in the cave to do that Nero mission, and now she told us about that, which is a really good idea. Shit, I wish I had thought of that now. Actually, hey, y'all want to try that? I've got a save game from right before we started this
let's
camp.
do it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're clearly about to finish this camp. It's not a big deal. I think this one was before we even rolled up on the camp. Okay, so let's go and swap out weapons real quick, and we'll try those residue bolts again on this camp. We'll see if that will allow us to...
you willingly using the crossbow. Like, actually, you sound a little bit excited to try this. Have we broken you?
Shh. Silence, woman.
No one silences me.
Rocks.
Yeah, Headhunter's like, yep, that's how you deal with this camp.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to try it. I really am. I have gotten stuck in a rut of using what I consider to be the, quote, the most effective techniques. And I'm not going to go as far as saying that it has made the game stale for me, because it absolutely has not. I enjoy using the more powerful techniques. That is what I find intellectually stimulating when I play a video game. I like to find the more powerful techniques.
Miranda says, so proud of you, Rex, for overcoming your fear of the crossbow.
Man, look at all these wild women teaming up on me, man. I swear. What am I going to do with y'all?
Emala says, I shoot stealthily from the bunker door, then the camp marauders will shoot back and draw the horde.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I have a pretty clear picture of what you're saying. Sneak up to the spot where the bunker door is at, crouch down there.
That little ledge. Yeah.
Sure. And then use a residue bolt to hit one of the enemies, one of the marauders specifically, and they will open fire on each other, which will pull up that stump I just ran into.
And of course,
it will pull up the horde.
You want to do the marauders on the far away from you, because I find that this horde, they see you really easily.
All right.
Like, I always get spotted by the freakers.
Okay. We will certainly give it a shot. Why the hell not? Why not give it a shot?
Yeah.
Okay, and this time I'm going to try not to go in all crazy like. In fact, let's go around from the other direction. I think we can get a better approach from the other direction. Around from the SOS side.
Mm-hmm. You want to show the SOS real quick?
I will.
I think it's pretty cool. I loved it when I discovered that. I just because you can't really see it very well from the ground. Now, I was just walking out and was like, "What is this over here?"
Mm-hmm. Remind me where it is.
So by this camp actually.
Mm-hmm.
You go up the hill. Wait, where are you?
I think it's up this way, isn't it? Like up this ledge of rocks here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's actually a little camp up on that. That little rock face up there.
Yeah, we'll pop
so
up
if you
there
find that and then just go around the back of the ambush camp.
Okay. Oh, actually, before I move in on the ambush camp, I would like to make it a fresh save, so that we can try, so that we can still try other techniques if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
if you suck at the crossbow.
I mean, this is a possibility.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to step away for a second. I need to go get another glass of Diet Coke, so I will be right back.
All right. Hey, would you grab me a beer while you're up?
Sure.
Okay, so this is the SOS that she's talking about. Let's see. Let's pop into photo mode and take a look at it here. Yeah. So apparently someone had put up an SOS sign so that it could be seen by search helicopters or something. And most likely, the best guess is it's whoever had this little camp down here by the lake. Damn, it didn't work. Let's try that again. We should be able to use the rock on skill. Hit him with the rock. No, it absolutely is not working. So it's like sometimes the rock on skill will actually bug out. I don't know what it is that causes it to do that sometimes. Like I know that was just a regular swarmer, because I was thinking maybe if that was like a bleacher, which is a more powerful type of freaker. But that was not a bleacher. That was just a standard swarmer. Let's see if we can get it to work on this guy.
What I miss? I'm back.
I'm testing the rock on skill, and once again, it is not functioning correctly. See, like it does a stun animation on them, but you can't actually get up on him for a stealth kill. And I do not know why. I had even thought perhaps it was a bleacher, but it is not. You can see I just picked up a swarmer ear. So that is just a plain swarmer. Oh, and I did show them the SOS that you were talking about.
Yeah. I love all these, the things that they write outside the camps as well, like the fuck off and die, and what is the other one? Like,
we need the target practice, come on.
Yeah, survivors welcome, we need the target practice.
Yeah, right.
One of the things I always look out for in the game is I found this twice now, 2 different locations where there's the first one I found was a car with a bunch of dead bodies around it, and on the trunk someone had written Lopez family was here.
Yeah.
And then I found it again in Marion Forks, written on the wall of I think it was like a garage or auto shop or something there. And I don't know why, I really like that. I liked finding it. I just like thinking about who wrote it and the backstory and like what might have happened. I find it interesting that it's like repeated throughout the game. So like, a lot of the graffiti is repeated as well.
Yeah, it is. And some of it may just be like, game assets that are being reused,
Yeah. I think that's more likely, but I like to think that it's actually like the Lopez family is like tagging their like road trip around the, Marion Forks and Lost Lake.
Yeah.
Haven't found it south of the mountains yet.
Okay. I've only seen it in 1 or 2 places. I can't recall exactly where. All right, so if D. Marlowe, if you're still with us, bud, is this the spot you're talking about?
Check for the bear trap.
I know, right? There's one right there. You can tell now I'm creeping around all stealthy. Fucking terrified of that bear trap. Okay, so we have one right here. Now, I guess I should probably kill her, just like with like stealth or whatever, and then start using the residue bolts on the enemies across the camp from us, across the canyon from us. All right, let's see if I can get this chick with this crossbow. Now, man, I'm quite certain that I selected the standard crossbow bolt.
Oh, you absolutely did.
Yeah, and it just used a residue bolt on her.
Or maybe you just crafted them and it didn't select them.
It is possible that it didn't actually arm the crossbow.
Do you want to
with
just
that bolt.
shoot her real fast with a crossbow bolt?
That's probably... Well, no, I want to pop her in the head with the IDF bolt.
Yeah, that too. That's what I was going to say.
Before she has a chance to start making noise. But there goes the horde. The horde is now stirring. Let's see if we can get them to come up. Can I hit this guy from here with the crossbow? Is that going to be the second marker or the third marker? That worked. So he should start making some noise over there, and that should pull the horde up to that side of the camp. Allegedly. And I guess I'm just going to sit here and drink some whiskey while I wait for this... Wait for these residue bolts to do their thing.
Cheers. I'll drink my Diet Coke. Here's the beer. Oh, wait, I can't quite reach. They're a little bit too far away.
You can't throw a beer, what, like 1,500 miles?
Not quite. I mean, I could throw it that far, but it'll probably smash on landing.
Yeah, right. You'd have to arc it up so high it would... it would probably be good and cold if it gets up in the atmosphere high enough. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right on. Okay, they were doing some shit, but then they got quiet. Let's see if we can use another residue bolt to piss off a few more enemies over here. And what did we use? The second marker? That should do it. There we go.
I never even pay attention to the little lines, the little dashes underneath. I just
that's how you. That's how you. Yeah, that's how you measure the drop, the arrow drop.
Yeah. So in 8 minutes' time, the next episode of the podcast goes live.
Nice.
So when we're done here, everyone can go over to either to my YouTube channel, it'll be on there, or you can find it on any podcast apps, Spotify, all the usual places. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can hear my voice.
God, why would you want to do that?
It's a really cool episode. I'm really proud of this one. Had a blast recording it, and like I said, it's all about Ricky, I really like Ricky. I know she's kind of sometimes a little divisive, or people maybe like her for the wrong reasons. Just going back to the whole "oh, Sarah's a bitch" thing that we have discussed at length. You should have got with Ricky. No, I like her character. I think she's a very positive force in the game. She has a very optimistic outlook, but a sort of practical optimism.
Yeah, I agree. She's a good kid. She needs to quit trying to cheat on Addie, but, she's a good kid.
Well, yeah.
So, this is working. This is working. We're able to use these residue bolts to make the human enemies, start making some noise, which pulls the horde up. It is working. But it's another one of those things where, how much time have we spent doing this? I don't know.
That's the difference, though. See, you like to win at the game. You like to complete it and get it done, whereas I like to just enjoy the game moments. I enjoy the satisfaction of hiding behind a little wall and watching that horde come up and take out all the marauders.
Yeah. Which, as clever as that is, it is incredibly boring to me to just sit there for 20 minutes waiting on somebody else to do the work for you.
And you could just be running around getting stuck in bear traps. I get it.
Yeah, that's way more fun. Clearly, that's more fun.
I remember the first time I really took out this horde, and I was very confused that you don't get the horde completed pop-up.
Yeah,
and I would keep coming back, thinking I must have missed one. And I think I spent like probably like 1 or 2 days in game returning to this and just being like, where is the straggler? And of course, it's not an actual horde. It doesn't count.
Right. And that is a bit confusing because, generally, whenever you finish killing a horde, you get that pop-up that tells you you have killed the horde. But with this one, you do not. We got him. Yeah. You're a second or two behind me. But what the hell was I saying before you interrupted? I mean, what was
not getting the horde pop-up.
Yeah. There are some hordes in the game that are not official hordes. They're just like a large number of freaks that will respawn. Actually, were you telling me that we missed a marauder or that we had missed a freak from that horde?
No, I was actually saying that on this one you don't get the pop-up.
Okay.
You misheard me.
I thought I heard you say...
We do still have one left.
Yeah, I thought I heard you say missed one, so I may have misheard you. We do still have one marauder creeping around somewhere. Where the hell is this one at? Interesting. And I've just been firing off the IDF pup, making plenty of noise. So if there was another one of the marauders around, they should have already come back to investigate that noise. I'm not seeing anybody.
Oh, you didn't do that thing where, sometimes they glitch out and they get, like, stuck
That is very possible. That is very possible. Sometimes they'll get stuck in the ground or something. And, of course, on survival difficulty, you can't find them because you don't have a motion tracker on your minimap.
Right.
So you just have to literally track them. Oh, the trap made a little noise for me. I totally did that on purpose, by the way.
You want to run into a bear trap on purpose?
I mean, sure, why not? Actually, hell, I just totally missed it. I was trying to run into that one. See, when I'm trying to run into one, I can't hit them. I actually don't know where this other marauder is at. I've hit 3 of the little can traps. That should have got their attention. This hoe is probably glitched, man.
I concur.
Yeah, that'd be just about right, wouldn't it? I'm making plenty of noise. We should have got their attention and drawn them out by now. Yeah, check this shit out. Huh. And let's make a little more noise. I don't hear any marauders saying they know the lines that they say when they become aware of you. All right. Okay, so we tested that, and it did, in fact, work, so that's cool. We were able to pull the horde up and use them to eliminate most of the marauders in that camp. So it does actually work. That was a good tip. What we're going to do now, though, we're going to do this shit my way. We're going to do this the Rex way. We're going to get in there and fuck some shit up.
You made it so it glitched, didn't you?
Of course, yeah.
Just so you could do this again.
Yeah. It was all that crying about using the crossbow. We have to swap weapons, though, which is just up here at this Nero checkpoint.
What weapons are we going for now?
Oh, auto shotgun and BFG.
Ah, back to the usuals.
Yes, ma'am. Tried and true.
Are you keeping the mare?
If I'm going to be running the auto shotgun and the BFG, probably not, because I really do like to still have a spray and pray option. Which, as ridiculous as it sounds, with that setup of the auto shotgun, the BFG, and the SMP9, each one does serve a specific purpose. it fills a specific combat role. Okay. Everything but the SMP-9 is topped off. No, don't shut the door, dummy. Go to the gun locker. All right. Now we're going to get in there and fuck some shit up.
Well, we're only partially doing it the Rex way, because it is still night.
Fair enough. Okay, now I'm going to use... Oh, hello, wolves. I'm going to use a similar approach. This is my preferred way to take out this ambush camp. And of course, this time I'll get in there and fuck it up and embarrass myself in front of dozens of people on the internet.
It would be interesting to draw the wolves or a bear or something in
sure.
there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't know how effective the wolves would be when there
They'd still make a lot of noise and
sure.
draw the freaks up.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and deal with these enemies that are on us right now. And then we'll move in on the camp. One thing that I find interesting about Days Gone that I see people complaining about it on Reddit sometimes, if you allow an enemy to get right in your face and you're trying to target them for headshots, which that should have been a headshot just then, it's very difficult to make accurate shots when the enemies are right in your face. And I've seen people complaining about that, like, oh, the weapons are so inaccurate. And no, dude, that's totally on purpose. Because imagine trying to use a handgun in a fist fight. You're not going to be able to get accurate shot placement. You know, I mean, I guess maybe if you're some kind of, you know, commando badass, maybe, but you're not going to be able to get accurate shot placement if you're using a firearm in a fist fight. And so Days Gone does that on purpose. That's the game telling you that at this point, at this range, you should be swapping to a melee weapon.
Right.
Okay. I heard gunshots a second ago, so I think we might have pissed off the Marauders, too. Let's see if we can switch to a slightly quieter approach.
Headhunter says, unless you're John Wick or something.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so here is how I like to approach this ambush camp. Let me see if I can find the right angle. Well, of course, it's nighttime, so we got more random freaks out wandering around.
Deal with it, old man.
What?
I feel like we're all just like waiting for you to either do this perfectly or fuck it up.
Yeah. I mean, we've
there
got a
will
50-50
be no in
chance
between.
either way. Yeah, it's either going to be beautiful or it's going to be disgusting, one or the other, or beautifully disgusting. Okay, so you got to take out the sniper first. That's your number one priority. Eliminate that sniper. Then we're going to go in here and remove the horde from the equation.
Watch out for bear traps.
Yes, ma'am. Which also, interestingly enough, this approach allows me to avoid the bear traps, too. That's another reason I do it this way. You do want to maintain stealth while you're down here, or you could potentially alert some of the marauders up there. But if you stay right here in these bushes against this left-hand wall here, you can then put an attractor down here, right in front of this little cave opening where the horde is at. That will pull them out, group them up nicely in one spot. Then you take them out with one grenade.
How many freaks are in this horde?
Oh, maybe 25 or so. Enough that you can get them with one grenade. So then some of the marauders will come down to investigate that noise. And we'll just take them out as they come down. And then once they kind of fuck off and quit investigating that noise, then we'll move back up and take them out from topside. So here's our first.
Interestingly, 2 marauders have died. You just got another kill. I don't know how. You only killed one so far. You just took out the sniper. I mean, aside from this guy that you just took out now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I noticed there were gunshots earlier. I think that we pissed off the marauders a second ago.
Sons of bitches.
And some of the random freaks that were running around may have taken out 1 or 2 of them.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But see, so far we've got 5 of 14. We've been able to maintain stealth against the marauders. We've eliminated this horde, so we don't have to worry about the horde coming in and, complicating our clearing this ambush camp. So we got 5 kills and we've taken out the horde and we're still in stealth.
You're still just sitting in a bush.
This is true, but I mean, I'm perfectly okay with a little bit of patience to start. I don't mind starting off nice and slow and then building to a frenzy. That's just how things are done.
If you say so.
I read it on the internet or something. That means it's got to be true, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty sure that's how the internet works.
Yeah.
So I keep thinking the chat has gone quiet, or I have to reload my tab. Is everyone just being super quiet tonight?
Yeah.
I have it on live chat. I hate that thing where it reverts every time.
Oh god, I know,
to top
right?
chat.
Mm-hmm.
For a second, I thought that was a freak leaning over the car. I was like, what the heck is this? This freak is trying to fix a car?
Wow, they really have evolved, haven't they?
Oh, he's saying that it was Abraham Lincoln who
I read it on the internet.
Yeah, it was
Now,
quoted as then. I read it on the internet. Like that's factually accurate.
Yeah,
definitely.
right. That is historically accurate. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, now is that Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter who said that?
Yes. Find the bear trap.
Right.
Oh, everyone's just running a mess. I just broke immersion for everyone.
Sorry, guys.
Not enough.
Everyone be quiet. It's fine. You don't have to speak.
Stop talking. Stop talking so much, everybody. Oh, man. I missed my headshot.
What was so great about the strategy?
Well, I mean, we're still in stealth. We've eliminated the horde. Completely eliminated the horde. They're no longer a threat. I don't know what they're shooting at over there. I guess we're not technically in stealth anymore. But they still don't know exactly where I'm at.
Shooting at you. I mean, you could just step in a bear trap, then they'll know.
Yeah, right. That is always an option. I really would like a center screen dot in this game like they do in The Last of Us 2. That was one thing I really enjoyed about The Last of Us 2, the way you could add that center screen dot so that when you scope in to aim down sights, all you have to do is put your dot on target and then scope in and you're already on the target. Which with this game,
I think I know what you're talking about, but why do you need I just
with this
know where the
game-
center of the screen is.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is that, but I mean, I'm old and my eyes are getting bad. But, but no, it's like sometimes the perspective can be a bit weird, and it's like you expect to be center screen and realize you're not. You know, like one thing that you can do. I don't think it's going to help me here. You can actually use the binoculars. If you zoom in with the binoculars, you can then scope in, and it puts you pretty close to on target.
One more to go.
So do the binoculars, when you use them, are you still hidden? Because I'm never sure about that.
You do actually pop up out of your cover for a minute.
That's what I thought. So why not just use the scope?
Exactly.
Why bother with the binoculars?
Exactly. I mean, that's kind of my point. Is like it's something that it can be done. It does work, but it's really not helping all that much. I would like for the game to have an option to turn on a center screen dot.
Quasi's giving you shit in the chat.
Of course
You
he
need it
is.
because you're a noob. Learn to play, scrub.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, it is what it is. Now, please tell me we have not got up here in the middle of this fucking ambush camp again, and we're down to one and can't find the last one.
It's looking that way.
Interesting. Let's make some noise. See what happens.
Maybe he's in the bunker.
It's possible.
He just like slipped down there and like closed the lid, and he's like, "Fuck this! I
It's
don't
like,
want to
"Fuck
die."
this." This dude's fucking nuts, man. I'm getting out of here.
Did you check near the bonfire? Miranda Satin saying there might be over there.
It's possible. I mean, I was up there making noise. It should have got their attention, but let's go see. Because
Or look
sometimes,
down.
yeah, we can try that too. There is one that likes to hang out up here by these rocks. They'll stand right here, but yeah, they're not here this time.
Yeah.
And
I feel like they would have come to you or gone to where you
sure,
threw the
by now,
grenades.
yeah, sure, by now they would have. Yep, I think it's bugged. I think it's glitched, folks. And the only way I've been able to fix this one in the past, when a ambush camp glitches out like this, you have to reload a previous save from before you even approached the ambush camp.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't really feel like doing this ambush camp again tonight. So what we'll do is we'll reload a previous save from before we approach this camp, and we'll go do something completely different. Because we have
Sounds like a plan.
we have expended a lot of resources on this camp. So
Let's go find a thunder egg.
let's do it.
How about that? That is the mission coming up, right?
Real close to it. I think we have to go talk to Lisa. She's going to cry about being at Tucker's camp, and then we will have the mission that you're talking about.
Oh, Quasi says, in some camps, if you keep an eye on the bunker entrance as you kill the campers, you will see them climb out of the bunker and close the trapdoor behind them.
Trippy.
Interesting.
So maybe that is what happened. Maybe there was one stuck down there in the bunker. It's
Yeah.
possible.
We also have Zylock DNB in the chat.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. He says, can't you just ride to the Cascades to reload the cell?
Probably, yeah. There is a really good chance that would actually work. And I would be willing to try that, but I'm kind of done with that ambush camp for tonight.
We've seen it like 5 times
We've
now. I
spent
think we're
plenty
good.
of time at that ambush camp tonight, yeah. Survivor rescue, anybody? Let's get some use out of this RPD while we've got it handy.
Yeah. Why not?
I thought that was a survivor rescue, but I don't think they made it. Because usually when the freaks are up on top of the car like that, that's a survivor rescue, right?
Yeah. Oh, and they knocked your bike over.
Assholes. Yeah,
I hate
right.
that.
Yeah, nobody messes with my siren. Shoot him in the
I
face.
love how you have a name for your bike. I have a name for my bike. Does anyone in the chat have a name for their bike? I feel like
Yeah.
I've asked this before, but like, let's all share bike names. So yours is, Rex, yours is the Siren.
Siren.
The Siren or just Siren?
Just siren, I guess.
Okay. My bike I call Rafe, but he also has a nickname as well. But it's kind of like a magic name. It's like a secret name. Don't share with anyone unless they gain power over him. But my bike is, I know vehicles are usually women. My bike is actually a a guy, I don't know, I call him my bad boy.
You would. Okay, so here's the next story mission.
Ryan, that is not what you call your bike.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be more like a car or a van or something anyway?
Yeah.
You know, the
You
van.
can't call your bike
Yeah.
a wagon.
You know that van you've got parked in the driveway that says free candy on it? You know, that one?
So Quasi is saying, I have not named my bike. Should I? Yes, you absolutely
of course
should.
you should.
And Sean H is asking, Rafe like Rafe Fiennes? Rafe like Rafe Adler from Uncharted 4, actually.
Man, you do have a thing for bad boys, don't you?
Just a little bit.
Wait a minute. What are they growing here? Is that corn?
They're trying to grow corn. And what is that other stuff? Lettuce? Or... I don't even know.
Yeah, right.
It's not really going to grow very well in that
I think
sand.
it's kale. It's got to be kale, right? I'm right, aren't I?
Ooh, Headhunter named his bike Red Hair after a legendary horse from the Three Kingdoms era of ancient China.
Okay.
Badass.
Badass.
Yeah, right?
Excellent.
Fucking
You
A,
win.
man.
You fucking win.
Yeah.
Joe Schmo went with Baby. D Marlowe
Alright.
named his motorcycle Motorcycle.
I shall name you Motorcycle, and you shall be my motorcycle.
Quasi says, I think my problem is I change the tank decal and frame around too often. It's not always the same bike. I change mine up occasionally, but I always keep the frame the same color. That tarnished copper is just, it's so perfect. So I like to think that the decal and, you know, the sort of the accent paint, that is kind of like he's getting a new haircut. Or like a new wardrobe or something. Like he's got a cool new jacket that he's wearing.
Taking your fella to get a haircut, get him a makeover.
Yeah. I think it's more like a jacket. Like I do like, I have a thing for jackets. Like jackets are really cool. Like I have a lot of really cool jackets myself. And you know, if you see a guy wearing a cool jacket, it's like, oh, you've got some style. Something to be said about a nice, you know, just some sort of style, like biker style, or just I don't know, whatever you want to do. Like a jacket really makes a look. I think. I'm not really, I don't know that much about fashion, but I know that.
Well, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you, you know. Okay, so we are geared up and equipped for our next mission, which is, let's see, what are we supposed to do? I think we're supposed to cruise around for a minute, and Deacon will then radio Boozer about, hey, man, where do you find a Thunder Egg? I believe is how this goes.
I find it interesting how there's a Manny bike mechanic and a Zanny
Manny
bike
and
mechanic.
Zanny, yeah. And they should have kept...
Like they just ran out of ideas.
No, I mean, they should have gone with it. Like, there's Danny, you know? I mean, they could have at least got one more out of it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go cruise around for a minute, see if we can get this next mission to pop up.
Ooh, while it's
There it
daytime
is.
as well, check some remember we're going to look at objects that you can pick up. What did you call them?
Just temporary elements or temporary assets. You know, explosive elements that are temporary assets.
Deacon out.
Things that can be destructible assets, I guess is what
Things
I'm
that
actually
can
looking
be
for.
destructed.
There you go, yeah. That's the wrong word for the right reason, yeah. Okay, here's one.
Catherine
right
calls
here.
her bike Romeo.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that one has no shadow.
Oh, Quasi says they could have an old lady bike mechanic called Granny. I like that.
Right?
Oh, DMB says he's been using the Thunder Egg skin for the bike. I just noticed that one recently. It's fucking
It's got that
cool.
nice geode on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really, really cool. I love the color of it. Again, I'm a sucker for that. It's like a turquoisey blue color. I just find that goes really well with my the copper frame, because
sure.
blue and orange are like opposite colors. They go really well together.
Okay. Neat. Now, I just heard, I guess I fucked it up by running off in another direction, but Boozer came across the radio just then and started to say something to Deacon, and the radio transmission ended suddenly.
How'd you fuck that up?
I know, right? By existing, I guess.
Or a mechanic with a huge butt named Fanny. That's his headhunter.
I don't know, man.
Did it trigger it already and you just didn't get
No,
the rest
because
of
that's
the...
what I was looking at just a second ago, was to see if we had the mission. And I do not believe we do. We can check storylines. Nope. I have a bounty hunter and 2 ambush camp hunter missions.
Go kill some then.
We can do that. I think I'm just going to load my most recent save from before we left camp. We'll try that, see what happens.
All right. Do that instead. Whatever.
Yeah. Or both.
Boring.
If this doesn't work, then we'll try more drastic measures. There it is. Ah, no, he's just talking about crafting materials at O'Leary Mountain.
Yeah, I do need some. Deacon out.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go find some fucking trouble to get into then. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a good plan.
What are we going to do since we're waiting on this next story mission to pop?
What do you got? What are our options?
Literally everything except for infestation zones and hordes. We still have ambush camps. We still have a camp job. And we still have a Nero checkpoint.
Let's go to the Nero checkpoint maybe? I don't know. Chat, chime in. Let us know. So Headhunter says, I never drive this fast during the day. I'm paranoid about clotheslines and snipers.
Yeah, sure. I kind of know where they are mostly, so I tend to slow down when I get to them.
That's what I was going to say. Is like the clotheslines especially, they're usually in just like the same places all the time. Snipers sometimes take me by surprise.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you jump off your bike quick enough, it's usually not a problem.
Yeah. What bothers me is when the snipers get you before you ever even see the laser. It's like there's no warning. It literally, the sniper just spawns in,
it's like bam,
already
and then
shooting
he's like,
you.
"Oh no, sniper!" You're like, "Fucking thanks."
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Okay, so what did we say? The Nero checkpoint?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Question in the chat, don't you need to talk to Lisa for the stone egg job? We talked to her already, right? About
Yes.
She's just complaining about doing the
They
work,
won't
and
let
then
me
we just
leave.
have to, yeah, we just have to wait for it to.
Yeah.
For it's like Deacon has the idea, like, oh, how about
Let me do
I go
something
get her a
nice for
thunder
her.
egg?
Yeah. And that was, we had the main story mission that was here at camp that we just did that. But actually what I meant to do was select this as my marker. There we go. Okay. That's what I meant to do. Oh yeah, it's literally right fucking there. All I had to do was turn around. I didn't have to set a marker for that.
I do that all the time, though. Except, like, even if I know where something is, I'm still like, well, just in case I get lost.
Yeah, well, I mean, and really, you may even get like something else may pop up. You know, you get in the middle of a big fight or something, get in the middle of a horde fight or something like that.
Forget
It's like,
what you're doing as well.
Yeah. Wasn't I going to go over here and do the thing at the place with the stuff? Yeah.
Deke, thank God. You've got to go after him now. They're getting away.
Go after who, Tuck? Slow down.
It's Roach. It's Roach. You know him. He used to ride with Leon and Alvarez. But I trusted him.
Oh, God damn it, Tuck. You shouldn't have.
No, he's taken the rest of our drugs and headed north. My boys lost him somewhere around Marion Forks.
All right, I'll see if I can track it down.
Marlo says, remember to try to take out the next sniper platform.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I do like to shoot the platform out from and under them. That way they drop, and you can almost guaranteed get their loot every time. Now, see, this is...
Go
ahead.
you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's your channel. You go.
But you're my guest. No, wait, you're hijacking me. I'm going first. Yeah, so I was just going to say, this is another example of like, I don't mind using patience and stealth to, again, control the battlefield. You pick your spot, choose your spot, and just kind of chill and let the enemies walk into your line of fire. So I don't mind using stealth and stuff, but still, to me, somehow this is actually still more fun than using the crossbow and residue bolts and stuff, because I guess it's more like it's a stealth patience type thing, but it's still more of a hands-on approach.
You still feel more like a badass, I think, is the difference.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because you're popping them in the head from what, like 100 yards, whatever
sure,
the distance
sure.
is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's a little more hands-on feeling. It's a little more like you're in control.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Get your hands on it and take control. Exactly. Now you're getting it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring you around to my way of thinking.
D. Marlowe says, I don't think the Ripper ones fall, but I could be wrong. We talked about this last time about how sometimes the platforms don't drop them.
Yes.
And how frustrating that is when you're expecting them to drop and they don't.
Yeah.
So Zylock DMB mentions on his first playthrough, this Nero checkpoint kept resetting, including the injector.
I've heard of that happening. Now, were you able to continue getting the injector and continue increasing your stats with it?
Well, he said he had to keep himself from farming it for focus points. And that was, I don't think I would have been able to restrain myself. But that's frustrating if it keeps resetting. You keep having to do the whole work all over again of taking out all the enemies and, cutting down all the speakers. Like, if that's how much it's resetting. How is that guy not attacking you?
I know, right? I guess maybe it's because he has a melee weapon. Come on, buddy. I really wanted to lead him by that box there. Here, let's lead him by this one. Come on, buddy. Love it.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
Miranda is leaving the chat. See you on Saturday.
Gotta go.
For the next live stream.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again for that really great tip tonight, Miranda. Wasn't it Miranda that told us about using the residue bolts at that camp? Yeah. Thanks for the good tip. We'll see you around next time, girl. There's another Ripper over there. Where the hell did he come from?
Get him.
There you are. Come here. Now you're mine.
Nice.
All right, I think that's all of them.
Miranda apologizes for bugging the game with her crossbow idea.
No. That really was a good tip. Okay, I think we really do have all of them this time. All right. Fuel can is over here.
Are we cutting down all the speakers, or are you just going to turn everything on and then just go around and shoot them all?
I honestly haven't decided yet. We can leave the speakers up. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Here we go.
What does the chat say?
Yeah,
Do
y'all
we
want us
leave
to...
the speakers? Do we just leave one speaker? Do we leave all of them? Do we take them all down? Let us know. I mean, in terms of like later on in the game, if you leave the speakers on and, turn on the generator, over time you get more and more and more and more freaks just kind of like build up. In this area, it just becomes complete chaos. Well, you don't really need to drive through here that much. So it's not like a really inconvenient place to have a whole fucking bunch of freakers and breakers and reachers and all the, whatever else is going to show up, screamers.
Yeah.
All right, so we're leaving them all on.
Yeah, I saw a couple of votes in the chat there to just leave them on.
Yep.
Works for me, man. Now, I personally do prefer to just leave one. So it basically functions as a free permanent attractor where all of the enemies are drawn to that one specific location. Like, for example, I would leave this one here out at the front there, so they're all attracted to that one. But you can do it. You can do the same thing with all of them.
Looking like it's getting dark. What time of day you got?
Let's see. It is 5:30 p.m.
You better book it out of there fast. You're gonna have a lot of freaks on you soon.
Yeah, we all right. We got plenty of ammo. Something else that I've noticed that I always thought was a touch weird, after you activate a Nero checkpoint, once you actually activate the injector and you've officially unlocked that Nero checkpoint, there's always at least a handful of freaks that spawn at that location.
Interesting.
Yeah, every time you officially unlock the Nero checkpoint, you get a bunch of freaks that spawn there.
I suppose it's giving you a good opportunity to use your new whatever you just upgraded.
Right. Yeah, maybe so. And Hunter asks, DeMarlo makes a good point, and Hunter asks a good question. So let me start with DeMarlo's point there. I have had that happen in a playthrough. If you leave the speakers, you may get constant horde music. And I did actually have that happen in a playthrough of mine where no matter where you were at, it did not matter where you were at or what you were doing, the horde music was playing through the entire playthrough. And I did actually have to go in and turn off the music, which was very frustrating because on my own personal playthroughs, I leave the music on. The music is only turned off right now because this is a live stream and the video could get demonetized if it's flagged for copyrighted music. But in my personal playthroughs, I leave the music on. So yes, that is a good point, DeMarlo. And then Hunter asked, do the Carlos sermons function the same way as free attractors? And they do. Yeah, they will quite often draw the freaks to the noise. Anything that makes noise, really, will draw the freaks.
Speaking of noise, we found out recently, so you know there's that kind of bottle rocket sound you hear when you're driving around at night? I guess you wouldn't know because you don't drive around at night, but everyone in the chat knows.
It's not always at night, dear.
Well, we found out recently, it was confirmed from an employee at Bend that it is not a bottle rocket. It is, in fact, a bird native to Oregon.
An owl, specifically. What do we want to do? Let's do something nasty to these assholes.
Payback for hitting you in the face.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. That's better. Okay, I think we're done here. But for me, personally, that constant repeating message is just kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah, that's why I'll leave one on sometimes, because you can kind of, like, be away from it. You don't have to hear it.
Yeah. Okay, so we got another mission to go chase down Roach, I believe. And that we will probably have to, since that is a main story mission, we'll probably have to go do that in order to trigger the next mission.
Interestingly, I only just noticed that in the menu it says talk to Tuck, not Tucker. Because Tuck is like a shortened version of her name. Her name is Ada Tucker. And I just noticed it. I never really thought about it before, but that's what it says on the mission.
It's almost like a sweetheart name. Is Deacon sweet on Tucker?
Aww.
He likes a lady with a little experience.
Well, I mean, we do have your perverted theory about... Well, not your perverted theory, but your theory that Deke is kind of a little bit of a pervert with his, like, obsession with tying people up. And we know Tucker used to work in a prison, so maybe she's got her own set of handcuffs.
Maybe she does, yeah.
Maybe they like to get a little kinky.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You are such a bad girl.
I mean, I'm just pointing out what we're seeing.
These things happen, yeah.
Quasi says everyone wants a piece of Deacon, and we all know which piece that is.
I should have been watching for him.
They want the Deke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm so glad that Reddit game is called Hide and Deke and not Deke
Hide
Pics.
the Deke. Oh, Deke Pics. Yes, please do not send us any unsolicited Deke pics. Oh, good Lord. All right, yeah, you fucked me up with that one. I'm sorry. Good Lord, man, I got to pour another shot. First, we're talking about restraints, and now we're talking about Deke pics. Oh, good Lord. What the hell am I going to do with you? All right, so weren't we playing a video game or something?
You feeling all right over there? Getting a little flustered?
A little bit. Like my cheeks are all red and hot and everything. My ears are kind of burning a little bit.
Oh. I thought when your ears are burning, doesn't that mean someone's talking about you?
It probably does.
Uh-oh. Have you been sending unsolicited deep pics to people?
No, but I've been getting them.
Oh, dear.
Like, my fans are always sending me shit in my DMs, Not really, I'm just kidding. Seriously, don't send me any dick pics. Boobs and butts all day long, man. Dick pics, nah, I'm alright. I'll pass.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, no one should be sending anyone unsolicited anything.
Yeah,
right.
Just
chill. Chill with those.
Yeah. It's like, calm down, Tiger.
This is it. All right. What have we got?
Baller bars. The name of the food, the snack or whatever is Baller Bars.
Deke, don't let him get away. I want him alive.
What the shit? I got you, son of a bitch!
Can't outrun that 50 cal.
Yep. Quasi says, oops, sorry, too late.
Sir, if I check my messages and there's Deke pics, man, we're gonna have some words, dog. Be like, oh my god, it's so big. Oh my god, I am so seriously right now. See, look, he's got this dude all tied up. Where did he just runs around with rope in his pocket all day? Pervy bastard.
I mean, he's got a job to do.
Yeah, fair enough. Just doing a bit of work, huh?
I'm gonna leave that up there, okay.
This is his profession.
Hey, Tuck, I got
Part-time dominatrix.
I think the correct title is Rigger.
He's alive? Did he have my
I have no idea what that means.
Okay, yeah. You probably don't want to.
Is that something I should Google?
Probably, yeah, actually. Like, if you don't already know, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, crazy question. Any idea where I can find a thunder egg?
What the hell for?
The kid I brought in, just trying
There's the mission about the thunder egg.
cheer her up. She mentioned having one.
Shit, I don't know.
Hey,
Check the gift shop
finally.
on that crater. I don't know, maybe Miriam Forks.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
All right, Quasimodo, you win.
What?
Unsolicited dick pic. It's Dick Van Dyke.
That's funny.
My goodness. I swear. Some people's kids.
So, changing the subject. So now we have the Thunder Egg mission. He's going to go find a Thunder Egg for Lisa.
Yep.
I want to talk a little bit about the story, because the first time I played, well, probably the first 3 times I played this, I was like, Deacon, come on. You sold her as a slave to a slave camp. You know, she's working or she's being forced to work. She's not allowed to leave. She's being forced to work.
Mm-hmm.
She obviously is miserable. She's also very mentally scarred. Like, this girl has a lot of issues.
Right.
And your thought is, I'm gonna go get her a rock. Like, dude, that's not the solution to her problems. But I want you to say, because we talked about this before, you have an interesting take on this, and I want to hear your thoughts.
I do. I have a different perspective on that. I don't know that it's necessarily from being a single dad, but what it is, what we see in that moment where Deacon decides to bring her a Thunder Egg, there's really 2 things going on there. On the one hand, you have it's something that's sentimental to her. He's really just trying to make her feel better because, you know, she said that's something her dad used to do, was take her digging in the hills around here and in the, you know, the lava caves and stuff, digging for geode. And so it was something that's very sentimental to her, you know, I guess kind of to remind her of family or whatever. But also, this is the first moment where we see Deacon transitioning from this cold-hearted bounty hunter who would sell a teenage girl to a slave camp where women may or may not be used as, you know, to keep goons in line. But we see Deacon transitioning to the kind of person who does something like that, to the kind of person who takes sympathy on a young girl and just tries to do something nice for her. But it's an awkward attempt. It's like, I don't really know how to express this compassion that I'm feeling for this other person. So he has this really awkward way of bringing her this sentimental gift that has absolutely 0 fucking value in the apocalypse. But it's his attempt to do something nice and make her feel better. So I really think that's one of the first moments where we see Deacon regretting his decision to bring Lisa to Tucker's camp and transitioning back to his more compassionate self that he was before the collapse.
Yeah.
So, I
absolutely agree.
Yeah.
It's very well said.
Well, thank you. But, you know, it's where some people may see this as like a bullshit mission because you got to go get the Thunder Egg and then you take it to her and she's like, oh, yeah, thanks, you know, but it's Deacon. It's one of those things that allows us a little more perspective into Deacon's character and the story arc, his change that he's going through as part of his story arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing I've come to realize, that I can't believe it's taken me this long, but the Lisa storyline is really probably the most important storyline in the entire game. It doesn't feel like it doesn't have the weight, I don't think, that it should have. So it's easy to overlook as being like side missions, but it really is, like you say, it's about
his
change,
transition.
It's finding his compassion again. Mm-hmm. It's like a redemption for all of the shit that he's done, everything that got him kicked out of Lost Lake, you know, working with Tucker. It is where he starts to change and realize, like,
absolutely,
oh crap, this world is a terrible place and I'm contributing to that.
Exactly.
And I should not contribute to that. I should do the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
As Quasi says in the chat, Deacon is also perhaps far too used to living in this world now, so he's potentially not fully comprehending the seriousness of Lisa's situation. And yeah, I think that's the issue, is that he just lives out in the shit, and it's just all constant killing and survival.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have the storyline with Boozer, surviving isn't living. Mm-hmm. You know, that's another echo of this central theme of the game, which is Deacon realizing that he's just been surviving, and it's not about that. You can't just do that forever.
Absolutely. And really, I think another interesting aspect of it is, why does he take compassion with Lisa? Why does he feel the sympathy for Lisa? Because she reminds him of Sarah's little sister. She makes him think of Sarah's kid sister, which it's almost like in a weird, not a weird way, but in kind of a confused, an emotionally confused way. He's kind of equating doing something nice for Lisa with doing something nice for Sarah. Or even perhaps just, how would Sarah want me to handle this if she were here? Well, she'd want me to not sell this kid to a slave camp and instead try to get her somewhere safe and do something nice for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
That just goes back into the transition that he's going through, where he's, finding his more compassionate self that he used to be.
Yeah, I do find it interesting how that is really the crux of the whole game, and yet it feels like the game tells you the crux of the story is finding Sarah. And it's
actually
you almost have
Deacon's...
to work. Yeah, it's Deacon's story about redemption. You have to do a little work to see it. In the same way of, when you get to south of the mountains and you do find Sarah, and there's that whole thing about she's not what you expect. And,
right.
It's like that you have to do some different work, and you have to do some digging into the story there to really kind of uncover exactly what is going on. This game does make you work for the story, which I think is great. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, right on. Oh, and here's Hunter talking about it in the chat, saying, the Lisa storyline is where Deacon's character development really starts. And then he's like, I love you guys keep saying the stuff as I'm typing it.
We just hacked your brain, Headhunter. We are in your mind.
So, all right.
I really hope that no one minds that I'm giving spoilers for the game during this.
I mean... Okay, now I will say we should probably do a spoiler disclaimer at the beginning of the video. When we start the stream, I didn't think about that. But in my regular playthroughs, I try really hard to avoid spoilers. In this particular medium, though, what we are doing here is disassembling the game, disassembling the story, breaking it down into its smaller parts, and then reconstructing it as we examine those parts. So that's kind of... There's no way to avoid spoilers in this. There's no way to avoid spoilers in that type of medium where we're examining the game on that level. So for me personally, as, SpawnicusRex, this SpawnicusRex channel, I don't mind spoilers in this specific type of video. It is what it is. So we're about to come up on this mission where we're actually going to be talking to Lisa about the Thunder Eggs. So let's go see what Lisa has to say about the gift that Deacon is bringing her.
Lisa,
Go away.
brought you something.
It's beautiful. Will you take me with you? Take me back to Marion Forks.
But he's not willing to go that far.
Look, I can't because it's not safe.
I gotta
Yeah, I gotta go. Never mind. Yep.
They make us get up really early for work.
Yep. Brought you something. But it's something that has no value in this world. It's his awkward attempt to do something nice and kind of make it up to her for selling her to this slave camp. And
it's nice, but it's not what she needs.
It's not what she needs. Exactly. Yep. Let's give this a shot. Let's see if we can get those particular sound effects again while we're here. Since we're here at the bunk anyway.
I love that her storyline is called You're Safe Now. And it's like, she's very much
at
not.
no point.
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, at no point in this storyline is she safe. I don't know what's going on, but I've noticed in my own playthrough, I don't hear that anymore.
Maybe they took it out.
Maybe.
The patch.
Maybe I was just imagining it. No, it's been reported by other players, so it's not just me being weird.
He said, sorry I sold you into slavery. Here's a pretty rock.
Here's a pretty rock. Maybe you could bash Tucker in the head with it.
Yeah, maybe he's actually like, dude, I'm giving you a weapon.
I'm trying to tell you, put this thing in a sock and beat that bitch to death with it. I'll give it one more cycle, and then we'll burn off and go do something else.
I'm just gonna grab some shut eye.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Imagined it.
I think they heard us talking. I think they heard it being discussed in your podcast and was like, oh, we should probably take that out. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is my guess.
In studio listens to my podcast as soon as it drops. They're on that and they're like, crap, we've got to change all this.
Last time. We'll go ahead and make it nighttime just so we can explore at night some more. And just to appease Miss Claire. And then we'll go find some more trouble to get into. I currently have 11 o'clock my time. We've been going for 3 hours. I'm good. I'm off tomorrow. Are you available to keep this going longer?
Absolutely.
Right on. Good girl.
You know what I always say? I can go all night for Days Gone.
For Days Gone. All right. Now, where did I put the bike at? I just left it parked up here, didn't I? Now, I am also I will not hesitate to go to the camp and resupply kind of gamer. Doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
So, top off the saddlebag, top off any suppressors that we've used.
Should help out in the shit.
Pick up a med kit or two if you need it. I will also just kind of check my health while I'm here, and if I need to heal up, I'll go ahead and heal up and purchase a med kit while I'm here. But that's not necessary right now. Oh, hello. Okay, our next main story mission is I've pulled weeds before, which is, I think we should probably go ahead and do that, just because that's another really good story mission. That there's a lot to unpack there. It's the one where Deacon and Sarah take off walking to gather lavender, and then you go get some lavender from the lakeside for Boozer.
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to go ahead and do that one? Cool. Yeah, that's another good storyline mission that we can kind of disassemble and put back together.
We spent so much time at the ambush camp that we haven't got to talk enough about story. Thank you. I just got brought some key lime pie.
Oh my.
Fucking awesome.
Ma'am, did you bring enough for the whole class?
Stay safe out there.
Sure, yeah, everyone come over. Come get it. Catherine is tapping out. So it's 5 a.m. there?
My
Holy
goodness.
Cow.
Damn, girl.
Thank you for tuning in at 5 a.m.
You're a real trooper. Holy shit.
Wow. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, good morning.
Yeah.
Go take a nap or go to work. I don't know where you're going, but thank you.
Yeah. And we'll see you soon.
Quasi's on his way over to get the key lime pie.
Oh, right on.
Hurry, because it'll be gone soon.
Hell, he could actually get there in time, couldn't he?
Yeah.
He's not that far away.
Now I'm really paranoid you all can hear me eating on the stream.
Yeah, you should probably just exaggerate all the noises while you're eating.
Oh God, no!
This is so fucking good. Om nom nom.
I hate hearing people eating. It's one of my pet peeves.
Absolutely.
So I will absolutely not do this to you. In fact, I'm going to mute for my next bite. Hang on. This is so fucking good. I love key lime pie.
How rude.
Come over and get some. It'll only take you a couple days to get here.
Yeah, I think I'm only about about 15 hours away from California. No, longer than that. Shit.
No, more than that.
Yeah, way more than that. Hell, it'd take me 15 hours just to get out of Texas.
Yep. Pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah, I might be in New Mexico by then. I'm over here getting lost in the Cascades again. Like, that's the thing about...
Oh, no, you finish.
I was going to say, that's the thing about survival difficulty. In the Cascades, I have to keep spamming that fucking R3 to activate the mini-map down there, because I get lost in the Cascades, man.
I'm trying to use it in my current playthrough is on survival 2. I'm trying to learn my way around. By forcing myself to not use the map.
Yeah.
It's not going so well. I just tend to use the map still.
I mean, the Cascades, you have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
Question in the chat.
Yeah.
Not an odd question at all. Why are there so many suppressors for sale if you can only carry one at a time and the camp supplies keep refreshing?
Well, I mean... there's two answers to that. One is obviously it's just a game mechanic. They're there so that you can buy them if you need them. It's just one of those things that exist in the game. Like for the same reason you can buy med kits at the shops, and the same reason you can buy plenty of ammo and fuel at the shops. It's just kind of there to keep the game going. But also, they do send people out on supply runs. And that's a valuable commodity for trading with that they would obviously want to focus on gathering while they're on supply runs.
I was going to say, yeah, good point. I had a mouthful of pie.
Good pie and good point. Now, did you make that key lime pie, or is that something y'all bought somewhere?
No, it's just store-bought.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes it's easier just to buy it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be screwed in the apocalypse, though. I know how to make key lime pie.
Right. Hell, even if you know how, getting the ingredients.
I was going to say, Deacon just brought some wolf meat, some bear meat, and a couple fucking herbs and some mushrooms. How the hell do I make key lime pie out of this?
Oh, man, look at Boozer over there. He's all freaking out, man. Like his hands were all shaking and stuff, too. Now, all right. This is a pretty interesting mission, actually.
Hey, you're not answering the radio.
Yep. I know,
I love how fucked up Boozer is.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get clear, you know?
You're burning up.
Like, it's just, I find it really scary, you know?
Absolutely.
Seeing what happens to the body when you get
Stay here. Rest.
blood poisoning, it's...
I
Oh.
don't need a goddamn babysitter. I'm fine.
Shit. Come on. Think.
Here we go. Flashback time.
Time for some slow walking.
Found it.
And other things.
All right, come on, focus.
I am focused.
All right, so this one is called Lavandula angustifolia.
Lavender?
Yes, well, I'm still paying off my student loan, so I will stick with Latin, but you could call it that.
Yeah, get your money's worth. Go for it.
I love how the flashbacks are all in this, like, literally, like, rose-colored...
It actually
soft
is.
focus, like, yeah.
If you go through the default, whatever the filters are for photo mode, there is one called Sarah, and it's this lighting.
But apply pressure.
Now, what I think is interesting, the stuff that stands out to me is your patches from the challenge mode do not show up in this part of the flashback scene. But I think there is a part here in a moment where they do. It's one of those things where I would like to have seen a little more continuity there. Because, I mean, if you have the patches unlocked, they should show. Let's see if
the challenge mode was a DLC, now. Right?
That is correct. So, yeah, I guess that's one thing that it just couldn't be added in after the fact.
For some reason they just couldn't do it.
Yeah, but see, they're actually on there now. When you have control of the character, the patches are on the vest.
Mm-hmm. So there's a little mention in the chat of how awesome Jim Perry was at portraying Boozer and bringing Boozer to life. His acting is, again, incredible. All the acting in this game is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought so.
So what else do you guys make? Like chemical weapons, WMDs, shit like that?
And on the episode of the Days Gone podcast where Claire and I went into Boozer's character and his storyline, on that podcast episode, Jim Peary was kind enough to release an official statement answering a few questions, an exclusive statement answering a few questions that Claire had asked him. And so we actually have in that episode, there is a statement from Jim Peary himself.
Yeah. He's an awesome guy, and he, is a busy guy, doesn't have time to do interviews and stuff like that, but he still took the time to answer a few questions for me, which I just appreciate so much.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to stop that.
Because, I also think the game was
just
made...
1 second. This moment right here, Sarah's about to jump in the water. She's going to take her shirt off, jump in the water. Happy fun times, And Deke's like, whoa, hey, hold up. And she stops taking her shirt off, and he's like, no, don't stop that. Just stop going near the water. And it's one of those, and he won't talk to her about it. She asks him what's going on, and he's like, it's a long story. And she's like, oh, well, okay, we can just walk then. But it's one of those moments where it hints at Deacon's phobia of water. It doesn't really say anything. It doesn't really explain it. It's just like he's willing to tell this gorgeous young woman, no, hey, stop, I'm not jumping in the water with you, because he physically can't make himself do it.
Yeah.
First white explorer.
Wow, look at you. Being all politically...
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I didn't want to miss that, in the moment while it was, right there on screen.
No, that's... You're totally fine. I was just rambling anyway. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Like, where was I going with that? And they mention the first white explorer to this area. What's his name? Peter Skeen Ogden. He is the statue that's at the old Pioneer Cemetery.
Oh,
there's that statue that's right there in front of the cemetery in the Cascades. That's the character. It's Peter Ogden, who was, one of the first documented explorers for this area.
I'll have us back in your bed by 10, I promise.
How can I refuse an offer like that?
You know what this game needs more of?
Slow walking.
It needs so much more slow walking.
Okay, you try picking
I mean, I'm talking...
I find the game is just too fast-paced.
Yeah, we should really just slow it down. And, yeah. We could use, hours of slow walking.
Can you imagine if, that's how it used to be in a lot of video games, that you had to press a button to run.
Mm-hmm.
So the walk would be your standard, and then you press a button to run maybe at this speed.
Mm-hmm. I always like on PC games where you can set the button to auto run, where you're toggled to always run.
Tree is alive and farewell after all.
No, if he's not, then I didn't kill him.
Hey, oh, poor guys.
Hey, is that the one we're gonna smoke later?
No, but
Fucking smart ass.
I make this killer herbal tea with it.
I'll bet.
Hey, all right, if you come over, then I will make it for you, as long as you give me a ride home.
All right, great.
You're gonna be able
That we're dropping in the herbal tea reference. It comes into play way later.
Absolutely. All right, so what's next? I guess we have to go down to the lake and get the lavender from the Nero checkpoint.
Yeah. And the first time I played this, I hadn't taken out the horde down there, so I was just terrified. I was like sneaking around and managed to like find a way. So Quasi just caught my eye in the chat, says killer herbal tea.
Yeah, man. She did actually say I make this killer herbal tea, didn't she? Is that the words that she used? I don't recall now.
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't she say I make this killer herbal tea? Interesting.
We can go back and watch. As soon as we're done with the stream, we'll go back
right.
and watch.
So you were saying, shit, I'm sorry. Oh, when you went down there to get the lavender the first time, you had not killed the horde, so you had to get down there and get the lavender with the horde still in the way?
Yep, sneaky. And of course, it was at night, so they were all like by the water's edge.
Right. So me personally, this is actually one of the defining moments for Days Gone for me. The Death Train horde at that Nero checkpoint was one of the first hordes that I came across. I had, you have to drive that highway there a lot for some of the early game missions, back and forth to Tucker's camp and stuff like that. And so I kept bumping into this horde and having to run away from them. And I was just, I was really bothered by that on a personal level, that here's this enemy in the game that I have to just keep running from them. And I had discovered some of the hidden loot locations that you can get in the early game. So I had a couple of grenades, and I had a couple of like proximity bombs, had a couple of attractors, things like that. And finally, I got so sick of running from that horde. It literally bothered me on a personal level that I had to just flee from this enemy. I'm like, no. And finally, I came through there one time, and I was like, you know what? You fuckers are mine. This is where it stops. And I just I did it pretty much the same way I do it now. Threw a grenade in the boxcar, threw an attractor at the explosive truck, popped the truck, and then kited the few of them that were left, kited them around some of the explosives and took them out. And it was like, oh, okay, so this is how it's done. Got it. But it was that moment where that's it. You fuckers are mine. And I just fucking went in and took them out. And, that was one of those defining moments where I was like, okay, we can do hordes now. Sweet. And the game just absolutely came alive for me at that point.
That's cool. Yeah, I was too much of a chicken, I think, the first time. I took out like 90% of the hordes after I finished the game.
Right. I remember you saying that, that you had pretty much finished the game. The first horde you did was the main story one, right?
Yeah, pretty sure.
The Kimult community college. I'm sorry, the Kimult train station horde. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Avoided the hordes until the story made you take them on.
I think so. I mean, I could be remembering it wrong, but I didn't really get that I could take them on in a way. Like I, sort of knew that I could, but didn't know when the right moment to try it was going to be until it was presented to me. And then after that, I was like, oh, okay, now I'm, air quotes, supposed to take them on. I'm strong enough, or I have this weapon that's going to be good enough. And I mean, I remember the Death Train horde being huge and terrifying. And like, there's no way you can kill. Yeah, there's no way you can kill all of these until you've got like end game level guns. Like, there's absolutely not a chance in hell. And then I watch your best early game start videos, and I'm like, oh. Literally,
like in the first 2 hours of the game, all them fuckers are dead. Those fuckers are dead.
Yeah.
Right? Hang on, I've got a message here. Let me take a look at this. Chrissy's asking if we're still streaming. Well, yeah, man, we good to go. We rocking and rolling.
Now you got the pop-up for horde strategy. It's like,
I know, and this horde's already dead. They're like long dead.
See, that picture that it has for the horde strategy, that was like terrifying when you're a new player. It's like, oh my god, how are you supposed to take on all of these freakers? And maybe it's also my playstyle, like not really getting into the guns, not like feeling like you have to use just a Molotov or a grenade or something. And then there's like 25, 50, 75, 100 freaks. It's like, I can't use 6 Molotovs on that. Like, that's not going to cut it.
Sure. Yeah. And that's the thing about, if a new player is fortunate enough to come across my my best early game start videos, or even the how to get the SMP9 video, or even the hidden loot location videos. Any one of those will have a new player geared up with badass items in the first few hours of the game. And it
honestly, I'm going to watch those videos before I do my next playthrough, because I haven't
as
done
an
a
experienced
new game
player,
since, and it's like I know some of the stuff that's in there, but you've perfected the strategy.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I watch those videos and follow your strategy to get the best start in the game?
Sure.
Because I do like my SMP9 and I don't want to not have it. I don't know what to do without it.
I know, me
I don't even know what weapons you start with. I'm just like, what? Just hold on to Booza's shotgun. Like, don't take this from me.
Right? I mean, that's one thing. Oh, shit. I don't even know what I was going to say now. But, oh, yeah, I actually prefer to do fresh start playthroughs. I don't really like to do New Game Plus. Generally, when I did like, okay, I'm ready to start another playthrough of Days Gone, I go for a fresh start because I really enjoy those first few hours where it's so difficult and so challenging. And even 3 to 4 freaks is a deadly serious threat. You know, I love that shit, but even more so, I love having the tactics and the strategies to still absolutely dominate the battlefield, even though you're in that point of the game where even 3 or 4 freaks is a deadly serious threat. If you are doing it right, you can still just roll up in there and absolutely dominate the battlefield. And that is what I enjoy about Days Gone.
Yeah, and I think that's where I'm at the point right now where I have enough knowledge of the gameplay, because the story is really what I've been focusing on in all my playthroughs. That's what I love about the game. And, you know, I've said it before, I'm not super experienced with a lot of different types of games, so sometimes like the strategy or the weapons or whatever, you know, I kind of just, I'm not really that interested, or I don't really get it. I don't really think about it. It's not that it's difficult to get, it's just I don't consciously consider it that much.
Yeah.
But now I've done a few playthroughs and I've started to pay attention to these things, and I'm starting to think like, oh, actually I can choose, hang on, I'm going to deal with something.
I was about to say, could you take care of that for me, please? Yeah. You are my moderator right now, so yeah, if you could deal with that.
I've never actually done this. Okay, I've hidden their messages.
Good girl.
Hopefully that means they just go away.
Yeah, good girl. Thank you.
Also, put user in timeout.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that spam bot shit.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I feel like I'm now at the point where I can actually... I have enough knowledge of how the gameplay works that I can start a new game and actually apply tactics and apply... you know, that knowledge and know what guns to go for, and maybe not quite, but like a little bit. I want my auto shotgun. I want my SMP9.
Yeah. So it is possible to get the auto shotgun shortly after arriving in Lost Lake, because as I've shown here in the playthrough that we've done today, there are actually, there's one more horde that we can do here in the Cascades region. There's the Proxy Falls horde down here. So there are 3 that you can do in this area in the Cascades, and there are 4 that you can do in Belknap. So that gives you a total of 7 that you can do in the earliest hours of the game. And then once you get down to the Lost Lake area, there are another 3 there, and that puts you at 10, where you can get your auto shotgun. So you can actually have your auto shotgun unlocked within minutes of getting to the Lost Lake area, if you're actively pursuing that and taking out those hordes as you get there. Which, you know, you've mentioned that you like to leave the hordes in until later for all the chaos that it causes. I don't think I'm going to be doing that on Survival 2 New Game. Yeah. Well, I mean, and not just that, because they're really not that much harder if you're using the right tactics. The thing for me is I like to take out every single horde that you can get to as soon as you can get to them, so that you're unlocking those more powerful weapons. The SMP9.
Quick question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Before you move, I'm sorry. Is that the Tilson Pass in the distance there?
I do not know that well. I honestly don't know.
Bring up the map. Which way are you facing?
We're facing south and west. Which it may be, because you have to go through Iron Butte to get to the Tilson Pass, don't you? Okay.
It's interesting that you can see that from Deacon's home.
If you would, tell me, what are we looking at that's Tilson Pass? I honestly don't recognize it.
I always call it the spiky mountain in the distance.
This peak back here?
The far one.
Yeah, this one back here?
I mean, that's not exactly where he rides.
Right, but you go near
over with
that.
A bike, but...
Yeah, I remember there's a scene where, like, he's riding and he and Sarah say something about that. She's like, oh, the view is beautiful, and that's, like, what they're looking at, I believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting that you can see it from where Deacon's been this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And also, is the moment when you open up Lost Lake and you get the song Soldier's Eyes starts playing on that bike ride, and there's the line, the first time the line, I'll be coming home soon, it comes up, that's when you see that mountain exactly timed perfectly.
Yeah.
I think that was a choice that they made.
Oh, hell yeah, it was. Absolutely it was. Let me see here. Chrissy's having ice cream and watching a movie right now. Okay, so let's go in here and give some Lavender to Boozer. This is another one that there's a good amount of stuff to unpack here.
Hey, Boozer. God.
He's getting to the point where he's clumsy, he can't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
And it's frustrating him.
Remembering how a few summers
Game
back,
lover, what's going on, man? Hello.
We were picking Lavender, and she taught...
Foreshadowing of foreshadowing. Yeah, you're right.
Look, I got out today. Okay? I actually had to look around the mountain. I cleared some traps. The arm's almost as good as new.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it right here.
Hey, just give me a couple days. Okay? Just we'll ride up north like you said and get out of this shithole.
Sure.
Sure. Just give me a couple days.
Yeah. Like that's gonna help. A couple days you'll be dead, mate.
Yeah, right. For real though.
And it's interesting how we've just come off the Lisa storyline where he gets her the thunder egg that really isn't kind of what she needs and doesn't really help her. And then he's made this lavender balm salve, whatever it is, and gives it to Boozer. And like Boozer doesn't even fucking use
give a
it.
Shit. Yeah.
But even if he did, it's like that's not gonna cure blood poisoning.
Yeah, right. It might ease the pain a little bit, but it's not gonna. You're fucked without not antibiotics, basically. Yeah. All right.
We're so lucky that we live in a world with antibiotics.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, for real, though. Okay, so I feel like we're actually at a pretty good stopping point. We've covered some ground tonight. We've been able to do a deep dive into some pretty serious story discussions and character discussions, I feel like, which is really what we're trying to do here. So at least we got something done, right? And we finished up that mission with Boozer. We're actually really close to unlocking Lost Lake Camp. I believe one of the very next missions will be rescuing Lisa from the Rippers, and then like immediately after that we take her to Ricky, and then immediately after that we take Boozer to Lost Lake. So I think we're right on the cusp of unlocking Lost Lake Camp. So we should be able to get to that in next week's stream. So let's go ahead and do our little spiel here before we shut it down for the night. Tuesdays. Every Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. or later, U.S. Central Standard Time. We're going to keep doing these feedback loop live streams. SpawnicusRex channel and Claire Weaver from the Days Gone podcast. I am also streaming on every Saturday night still. Again, 8 to 10 p.m. U.S. Dallas time, U.S. Central Standard Time. Right now I'm doing the Ghost of Tsushima, which is fucking killer game. I'm having a blast with
Badass game.
Yeah,
Badass game.
I really wish I could have gone longer last week because I just want to keep playing that game, you know? So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Ghost of Tsushima. We're going to be doing it again this upcoming Saturday. So Tuesday nights we're doing Days Gone, and Saturday nights we're doing Ghost of Tsushima. And you may have noticed SpawnicusRex channel does have super chats. Anytime you catch me streaming, pop in there and throw a super chat at me, man. You know I'm going to appreciate it, and it will help the channel to grow. I do also have a Patreon set up. There's really no exclusive content there, but it is a way to help support the channel and help the channel grow. So, you know, maybe consider popping on there and doing that. And Miss Claire has a thing set up where you can contribute to her efforts on the Days Gone podcast. That is, tell me the website again.
buymeacoffee.com/daysgonepod.
There you go.
And
you heard
it's
the lady.
just a way to throw a little money in the tip jar and kind of help me with the overhead costs of running the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. You heard the lady. Hop in there and throw some money at her and buy her a coffee every now and then. And Claire, did you have anything that you wanted to discuss? You just had a podcast episode released tonight, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. So literally just in the last hour, the latest episode just dropped. You can find it on my YouTube channel. You can also find it on Spotify or any podcast app. Basically, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find me. And this week's episode is all about Ricky. So yeah, take a listen. And if anyone wants to like email me thoughts or anything like that, you can email me daysgonepod@gmail.com. I always enjoy like hearing from people and like hearing your thoughts on the podcast. So feel free to do that if you want.
Oh yeah. All right. So is that all we got for tonight, hon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just thank you to everyone who tuned in and everyone who watched this. Anyone in the future who's watching this not live.
Yeah.
As well, because I always forget about those people.
Yeah, thank all of you. Yeah. All right, so we're going to shut it down. We will see y'all Saturday night for Ghost of Tsushima. We will see y'all next Tuesday for some more Days Gone. And be sure to pop over there and check out Miss Claire's Days Gone podcast. Good night, everybody. Love you guys.
Good night.